Hmm. Yay! We made it. Hey guys, Island Turtle here. Welcome to BOMISpirit. This is going to be the weekly intuitive astrology messages and reading for May 19th to 25th. We're doing a little later in the day today. It's been a day. Also, my tech is very glitchy right now. And honestly, I think because I have been doing so many readings today, my energy is also very like right now. So you may feel that the tech is definitely responding in that way. So we're just gonna pray and like cross our fingers that we're gonna be fine and we could actually like get through this live without too many interruptions. Also, this like, hold on a second. I don't know if this is gonna like, will it? Oh, I don't know if I like that, but it's done. It just felt so like wonky. Anyway, I meant to cut my hair since the Aloha Friday live and I just never got around to it. My hair's been a little wild like this last, I don't know, couple weeks. And I've just been trying to run with it. I might let it just get more wild, to be honest with you, because like I could cut it, but it's like it's just a whole thing. Anyway, random, I know. But for those who are new, welcome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. A little announcement about timestamps first. I've noticed a lot of comments about timestamps. So I don't know if there's a glitch happening on anyone's end, but when I do the timestamps, I also set them up as chapters. So like when you're watching the video, you should be able to just like on the video it'll say like intro at the bottom and you should be able to like touch that and then it should show you all of the chapters, which is basically all of the timestamps. And to do that, like you just actually have to list the timestamps in the description anyway. So if you can't do that for whatever techie reason, or you're not used to doing that, you didn't know that was a feature. It's been a feature for like a couple of years now on YouTube. They're still in the description box. So, because I've seen so many comments on the last Aloha Friday live where people are like, "Where are the timestamps? Where are the timestamps?" They're there. I promise you, they're there in the description or as chapters. So if you didn't know that was a feature, you know now. Okay, so I just want to get that out of the way because it just kind of surprised me. Yeah, so I'm glad we discussed that. I was live a little bit earlier just for a little like quick hangout, a little bit of like breaking up my day because like I said, I did a lot of personal readings today. And I also announced it there, but I'm announcing it here again. Just a reminder, I have closed my books for a little while as far as like personal sessions and readings and what have you. I did that because I need a little bit of I just need a little break. I need a little energy break. I've been doing a lot of them and yeah. So I'm just taking a little break from that for a while and I will probably open them back up when it's in my alignment to do so. I also keep getting this feeling about summer that is going to be very busy for everybody. And honestly, now that I've looked at the astrology of the week with Saturn going into Aries, I'm like, oh, I think I'm seeing some of the stuff as to why. So I'm kind of excited to get into that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to mention to you guys. I don't believe so. We still have a Patreon. There's still the website. If you're not sure we offer on Patreon, the descriptions I think are pretty clear. If you go to Patreon and you're like, which one do I want? There's only 2 tiers right now. The biggest difference of the 2 tiers is that the second tier, you get an additional weekly. That's just for patrons. Excuse me. You also get early access to anything that I pre-record for YouTube, which hasn't been a lot lately because I've been doing so many personal readings, but I've been wanting to do more like channelings and things like that keep coming through. So that may be coming up more potentially. It depends on how shit goes down, as we know. You also will have access to all of the old extended sign readings on that second tier. All of them are there. You just have to search by title, I believe. There's also like tags and stuff, but all of them are there for the second tier. And I think those are the 2 biggest distinctions of the 2 tiers. Yeah. Everything else is for every patron that you see on there. Yeah. That's it. I think that's it as far as announcements go. But I didn't even bring out my little notebook. It's been such a day. Hold on a second. Didn't even get this ready in advance like I normally do. What is up? I'm gonna do this one. Okay, let me do these real quick. Just chill, just hang out, and we're gonna get back into it. Overview, astrology. I don't think we're gonna be doing a collective read. We'll see. Like I said, it's been kind of a long day, but we're gonna do our best here. Just getting the signs ready too. Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Earth. And by the way, if you were waiting for a personal reading from me for today or by today, it's been emailed out. Okay. Um, yeah, that's it. All right. I think we're ready. I'm going to catch up on the comments real quick and then we will come back to it. 115 people watching. Smash the like. Yes, please hit the like button if you are enjoying this so far. How long is Saturn in Aries? It usually takes Saturn. This is a rough estimate because every orbit through each sign is different. It's the whole reason as to why that is. But on average, it takes about like 2.5 years for Saturn to completely finish a sign. And when I say completely finish, I mean like, because the way Saturn's retrograde cycles go, most of the time Saturn will like enter a sign and then it retrogrades out back into the sign it was in. And then it comes back and then it hangs out for a while and then it retrogrades again in that sign. And then it goes into its direct phase again and then it'll finish out with that sign. That's usually how it goes. So, all in all, if you're accounting for like the entirety of that, roughly 2.5 years. 18 months is also a good rule of thumb. Hold on a second. Hi, buddy. Hi. Hi. But I feel like that's more for like that second like phase of it after it like first introduces itself to a sign and then goes back to its other sign, right? Like that's what Saturn in Aries is going to be like. So I've said this many a time, right? Saturn is moving into Aries this week, but we'll be there until September and then it'll go back into Pisces until February, which is quite a long time, right? That's like 5 months. It's going to be back in Pisces. And then once it's in Aries, it will go through its normal like transit phase, go retrograde again at some point, go direct at some point, and then it will finish out with Aries. So, just to kind of look at it from that lens, it's not a clean cut of, oh, it's just in Aries now. Like, no, that's not really how the planets move. So, just to kind of give a little clarity there. I'm heartbroken today. Oh, Lisa, I'm sorry. Hey, Clyde. Clydey Poo. That's a new one. I don't even have that as a nickname for him. He's been pretty good today. Mostly chilling. He was a little rambunctious this morning. Sorry. I'm so like excited to just kind of like be here and like be at this portion of the day because like I don't know. I could tell there was going to be something really nice about this weekly. So there's my attention's just kind of all over the place. But let's get into a little bit of the overview. Yeah, let's get into the overview. All right. So the first thing I want to say, I know this is going to sound really random. It's not random, I swear. So rosemary. I might do a video on rosemary actually. Rosemary is a really great herb to be working with around this time. If that's something you resonate with, if that's something you feel called to. If not, hey, whatever, do you. Maybe there's other plants that are calling to you. And it's just funny how spirit works, right? So with the place of where I'm at, there's a lot of like maintaining certain like, gardening and stuff like that, which I have been enjoying. But I do have a rosemary bush. Rosemary. Wow, rosemary. I do have a rosemary bush and it definitely needed some pruning. And so I had to cut off a lot more than I realized I needed to. So I had all this rosemary and I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? So I've just been like playing with it and I've been like putting it like in little jars around my place. And then I realized I was like, oh, this is perfectly timed, actually. This is perfectly timed because rosemary is a mercurial herb. It also is like masculine in nature, but it is an herb of remembrance. And, we've been talking a lot about this minor grand trine of remembrance. And so, literally, after I put them in the jars and put them all over the place, I was like, oh, that's why I felt called to do that. It's like I felt called to surround myself in rosemary. Rosemary also has even though it's masculine, it does have like a loving energy to it too, but it's also good for protection. It's also good for cleansing. It's an all around like really great herb. It's one of those like universal herbs. And I keep like just wanting to touch it. Plus it smells amazing. But yeah, remembrance. We have been, let me get a little water here. I've been talking a lot today. We've been working with this minor grand trine of remembrance for weeks. And this week, it's going to change a little bit. It's having a lot of, I almost said people, they're kind of their own consciousnesses, these celestial bodies. We're having a lot of celestial bodies kind of join the party of this minor grand trine of remembrance. Yeah. And remembrance, if that word is like not landing for you or you're new, Remembrance has been this gift, really. It's been a gift, whether you're experiencing it as coming home to the self, whether you're experiencing it as literally recall of some things from this incarnation that have been enjoyable for you, pleasant for you, related to things that you enjoy, related to things that you're naturally inclined to be, inclined to do, or things that you're good at. Um, excuse me. Some of this remembrance has also been like gifts coming online. Recall is the one that is the word that keeps coming up as I'm trying to talk about it. Give me a second. Excuse me. Whether that's um, things being resolved, like due to like past life experiences, or again, just certain like memories or things coming back to you back online. And it's been kind of nice. It's been interesting because this remembrance for some people has also been like modernizing old ways of thinking. For some people, that's also coming up in the way of like technology, coming up in the way of creativity, coming up in the way of passion. However, this remembrance has been coming up for you. It has been a really nice remembering of our own like essence of who we really are and almost what we're like naturally designed to do and even naturally designed to fit like where we belong. Even it's been really nice. So rosemary will definitely help you with this if this is something that has been prominent for you or something you've been wanting to kind of tap into. Using rosemary, you can use this in so many ways, especially if you're using it for like clearing or cleansing. You can just like smudge with it. You can burn it. I actually making a tincture with it right now. I also just love sometimes to just take a couple little needles and like rub it and just like rub it on myself. You can like literally have it like this, just like around your place. You can hold it. You can even like speak to it. It is a consciousness, right? It's its own spirit. So just kind of bringing that up into your awareness that rosemary is really great for right now. And plus, it just smells amazing. And you can eat it, right? Just throw it on top of your food, even with intention, obviously. But I just wanted to kind of bring your awareness to that. So, that being said, with this week, a couple important transits that you may want to be aware of. So tomorrow, we actually moving into Gemini season in Western Tropic astrology. We also have the quarter moon in Aquarius at 29 degrees Aquarius tomorrow. On May 24th, Saturn officially moving into Aries. And on May 25th, Mercury officially moving into Gemini, being home in Gemini, which is kind of nice. We're going to get a lot into Saturn, but I do want to just mention this. I mentioned it earlier in the other live that the quarter moon being tomorrow, every quarter moon is a moment to just like do a little check-in. Whether you follow moon cycles or you like set intentions around the full moon and new moons, it's just a nice moment to kind of check in with yourself of where you're kind of at from the full moon or the new moon that came before, which was full moon Scorpio to now, and just kind of take stock of things, right? Especially being an Aquarius, it does feel like there may be a good window for, how do I want to say this? For looking at the bigger picture of things, especially if you feel like you've been in kind of crunchiness or a little bit of confusion or things just haven't felt like they've been moving and grooving the way you've wanted to. That's how I look at this quarter moon. Now, as far as the energy of the week, just some important key points before I get into the astrology. It's going to be a week, you guys. You may not feel it now, because even as I got into the notes, I was like, oh, this hasn't like kicked in yet. Like, like the main energy of the week has not kicked in. And like I'm smiling a lot because I'm like, ooh, it's just gonna be good. It's gonna be good. But in a more like, just touching on like the simple points really quickly, just some energies that we're still working with that have been prominent. The minor grand trine of remembrance, and I just spoke about that. We also still have this minor grand trine of greatness, right? Unleashing our greatness, embodying our greatness, our unique vision, our unique skills, and really coming into awareness of the gifts that our own soul scars have given us and actually utilizing that. That's still very much on the table. We also still have this amazing, yummy, passionate heat from Venus and Mars working together in fire signs, which is really nice, especially that Mercury is now getting out of that square with Mars during the week. It's still there. This is also why like the juiciness of this week hasn't kicked in yet. We still are kind of in this like Mars square energy that has been making things feel really, how do I want to say, not bad. It's not that things have been feeling bad. It's just Mercury square Mars, just it's tension. It's tension. It also is this feeling like we can't quite like communicate something or be heard on something. or even like get things executed the way we want to, right? But that is dissipating, okay? But just letting you know, the juiciness hasn't kicked in yet. The biggest thing I want to mention about this week is that in terms of manifestations, I like manifestations, cultivations. This week is pretty powerful in terms of getting that underway or really being able to have them appear in your reality or just getting the ball rolling, so to speak. It's coming with a couple interesting caveats, though, that Saturn, Aries, and Aries stellium, and we will get into that in the astrology, is really making a lot of things possible, but with the understanding of realistic parameters and realistic limitations. Okay. There's also going to be a component of dissolving illusions, which is always great. That's always amazing. Just makes things more clear, right? However, Saturn can be intense when it comes to that kind of stuff with dissolving illusions, and I'm saying that because it's working with Neptune. And again, we'll get into it with the astrology. For some people, this can mean things falling away that you didn't expect, because whatever's falling away is going to rip away an illusion that maybe you were not ready to have ripped away, or some sort of like comfort zone that you were not ready to have ripped away. It is in your highest good. And what it's doing is it's really showing you what is realistic about some of this like manifestation energy we can get into, some of this creative energy we can get into, and really like basically saying, are you ready or what? Like that's basically like the vibe of it. Like, okay, like that's been stripped away, that's been stripped away, that's been stripped away. Are you ready yet? Like, are you ready to experience new things, Aries? Are you ready to put your money where your mouth is? Are you ready to walk the walk? Are you ready to get into this like fiery, let's go? Like, it's in your hands. It's up to you to initiate. It's up to you to act. It's up to you to, you know, get up and get going, essentially. Um, so for some people, that may be very exhilarating and empowering, and they're like, "F yeah, let's go, let's do it." And other people are going to be like, "Oh shit," you know. So different for everybody, but that's basically the energy of the week. I think there's a lot of like fun, kind of exciting, playful, even like flirty. I'm getting a lot of sexual energy, to be honest with you. Which sexual energy is also just like life giving energy, putting life into things. Um, but with like Venus trine Mars, I just think there's going to be some fun juiciness going on for some people. And not to mention, Uranus is still very active this week, too, with the sun and with Mercury. So also expect that Uranus is still um, causing a little bit of like restless energy, a little bit of like this anticipation of, oh, like, let's go and do exciting things, or, oh, like changes or breakthroughs. It's like Uranus is still active in the like, it almost feels like tremors, is what it feels like just like kind of encouraging a little bit of movement, encouraging to shake things up, encouraging to look at things differently. It's encouraging. It's encouraging, but it feels a little restless. So Uranus is still doing that. So if you do have any unexpected events happen, don't be too shocked. It's kind of par for the course with Uranus doing what it's doing. All right. But that is the overview. So that being said, let's get into the actual astrology. And again, there's the timestamps are there. Okay, let me put this little curl back. It like did not want to hang out up there. Let's get into the astrology. If you don't want to know about the astrology, you just want to know about like the messages, the cards, all of that, just use the timestamps, okay? All right. Astrology. Oh, I didn't even talk about this card. We'll get there. Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, this week. Just feel like I needed a breath. Okay. So again, I'm going to go over some of the easier aspects that we have already been experiencing. The first one being this minor grand trine of greatness, of vision, of who we uniquely are and how we uniquely fit in this world, and seeing the gifts that our soul scars, our life experience has given us, right? Even if those life experiences have been like not so great. We still have Jupiter in Gemini in this minor grand trine with Chiron and Pallas in Aquarius. Chiron in Aries is also conjunct Eris in Aries, so they're together here. Pallas in Aquarius is also still working with Chariklo in Aquarius, so they're together here too. So you have 5 celestial bodies that have been working together in this minor grand trine, and they just still are. So again, that's really just highlighting how we are seeing our life experiences, our trauma, the things we have overcome, our fears even, and seeing how that has uniquely set us up to be like the perfect puzzle piece in a bigger puzzle, right? Whatever that bigger puzzle may be. This is also helping to really allow us to embrace our full potential if we want to. If we want to, it's different for everybody. And also some healing if that applies to you, if that's even necessary. Okay. Jupiter is also still square Neptune in Pisces. So just know that it's not as strong as it was like last week, but it's still here. Okay. And still would be here for a little bit longer, not too much longer. I'm not too worried about this being a challenge, even though it's a square because Jupiter is so benefic. But with this position, it's like there could be some potential challenges or miscommunication that goes on here with you and other people in terms of like opportunities that are actually meant to align you to sort of like a future path or future events that are meant to like unlock doors for you. So just be patient, be receptive, be open, be adaptable. When Mercury goes out of the square with Mars, which I'll talk about in a minute, which is going to happen like by Wednesday, really by tomorrow, but like by Wednesday, that square will be over. And also communication will be a lot easier. And also clarity is also going to be a lot more present. There's going to be a lot more sharpness of mind. We'll get into why that is too in a bit. Okay. So for the minor grand trine of greatness, I would look to your charts to see where you have 20 to 29 degrees of mm, Aries and Aquarius. Aries and Aquarius, Gemini and Pisces obviously are worth looking at, but I would prioritize Aries and Aquarius for where you may be experiencing this like this insight or clarity of you and how you uniquely fit into a bigger puzzle. Okay. Let's touch on Venus and Mars. So all week, Venus is trine Mars, Venus being in Aries, Mars being in Leo. They're going to be peaking on the 22nd of May. I said this last week and I'm mentioning it again. This is just in a couple days, right? Where this trine is at its strongest. This trine is like perfect for so many things. It's like it's such a good help for anything social, whether you're dating, whether you are trying to get that job, whether you're trying to, persuade people to invest in you, whether you just like are getting out there and having a good time, having fun. It's just like it's a very charismatic aspect. It's also creates a lot of like confidence and ease with engaging with people, with starting things, with trying new things, getting in the mix. It's just great across the board. It's very yummy, it's very juicy. Who doesn't love that? It is also very sexual because it's in Aries and Leo. Leo just kind of has that like I almost want to say like suave kind of energy to it, but Aries being ruled by Mars is also very sensual and very lustful too. And not to mention we're talking about Venus and Mars working together. So if you are dating, if you are single, or even if you are in a relationship, this is a time to really like dive into those sensual, sexy energies and just enjoy it for whatever you want to enjoy that for. Or if you're like not interested in dating, you're not interested in relationships in that way, just go and enjoy yourself. Go and have a good time. Allow yourself to get creative. Just have fun. Just have fun. Okay. And I know this is like not important, but like I'm just trying to find a way to shrink that curl. It's just bugging me visually. Okay. Maybe it'll stay put. Oh, whatever. Okay. I'm over it. And just a reminder, Mercury being in Taurus squaring Mars, that will dissipate. All right. If you have been experiencing that as of late, it probably was just was coming with some tension of like trying to get some clarity for yourself around either plans or communication, or trying to really like embody the things that you desire or that you're passionate about, or even relaying that to other people. It's an aspect that makes people want to persuade very forcefully. And people are like, whoa, that's too much. But again, that's dissipating. So for the yummy, fun playtime of Venus and Mars, I would look to your houses for where you have Aries and Leo, 10 to 20 degrees. Again, this doesn't have to be romantic. It absolutely can be, but you can use this energy for your own sense of fun and your own sense of play. Okay. But those houses is where you will be experiencing that. So have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Okay. Now let's get into the more complicated astrology that is more about the new energy we're experiencing this week. So the minor grand trine of remembrance, this is made up with Pluto and Sedna and Neptune. Okay. Pluto being in Aquarius, Sedna being in Gemini, Neptune being in Aries. We've had this for quite some time already. Even when Neptune was in Pisces, this was still active. Hold on a second. I'm gonna get a little water. And I explained in the overview already of what this remembrance trine is really about. Okay. Now, what's interesting about it with this week is that Neptune is now part of a Aries stellium. So, Ceres being in Aries and Saturn being in Aries has joined Neptune. And that creates some interesting implications. Not bad, not great. I actually no, I'm not going to say that. I would say great. And I talked about this in the overview. Well, the sun is also doing something, and Mercury is also doing something in terms of this grand trine. But let's focus on this Aries stellium really quick, okay? So, having Saturn and Aries before even taking into account Ceres, when they get in bed together, it can create a couple different things, right? Because Neptune is dreamy, Neptune is creative, Neptune is intuition, Neptune is the mysterious realm of the non-physical, all in like the psychic way and the emotional way, and also in the way of creativity, right? It's inspiration at its peak. Saturn is about structure. Saturn is practical. Saturn is, hey, let's apply some like focus, let's apply some pressure, let's apply some discipline and get very real very quick. Saturn also likes to help things to grow in the long term, but that comes with pressure, that comes with some level of discomfort, that also comes with pressure that dismantles as well. So when Saturn gets in both Neptune, a couple things can happen. Saturn likes to really strip away bullshit. It's just how Saturn does. Saturn, this is also why Saturn returns can be hard for some people who are not ready for it. Because when Saturn comes into your return cycle, it's like, let's get real about some things. Okay. Let's grow up, let's mature, let's get to the next stage, let's get to the next level. Let's cut away the BS. Okay. That's just what Saturn does, especially with Neptune. So it's like, in a way, it kind of strips Neptune, but not in a way of like completely throwing it out. It's more like, let's ground this. Let's make this real. Let's make this legitimate. Let's make this practical. So it's kind of like taking like 7 of cups energy and then like deciding which cups to get rid of and which ones are viable, which ones we're going to keep, and which ones are just total BS and total illusions. This is also why, depending on what you have going on in your life, because Saturn also represents structure and foundations. If you have structures and foundations that are just enabling you, just being very real about this, that are enabling you, that are a false sense of comfort, a false sense of security, a falsity is the key word here, false sense of control, it will probably be stripped away as Saturn is working with Neptune. This could even be relationships that get stripped away. This could just be even access to certain things that get stripped away because Saturn also restricts. Okay. So if you've had a lot of excitement or even just a lot of enjoyment about certain things of your life, just know that for some people, there may be a very sobering event that does take place to really highlight to you what needs to go and what is like not viable anymore. And just think of it as like a help of cleaning house, so to speak, to help you get very real about yourself and about your life and about certain things. Yes, there may be disappointment that comes through with that. There may be sadness that comes through with that. And here's another tricky thing about Saturn working with Neptune, because Saturn is malefic and Neptune, it's a very like elusive kind of an energy and also touches on emotions and even in a way touches on the psyche and the soul and the spirit. So the shadow of Neptune can get a little triggered if we get a little too caught up in our own disappointment and our own sadness, attachment, right? To some things that may get stripped away at this time or people that may get stripped away at this time. The advice here is to not allow yourself to get swallowed up in that because the shadow of Neptune here can get a little exacerbated. All right, especially if it's something you already are inclined to do. So just understand, if a stripping happens, it is absolutely in your highest good, as painful as it might be. I'm not saying to not feel your shit. Feel your shit. Grieve if you must, but don't get too hard on yourself about this. Because the other thing here is that with this stripping away, there's going to be clarity. And with that clarity, some people may realize that they missed the boat on taking certain actions when it was in their best interest to, or when it was in their better time to. Because it's like, oh, I've been in this for so long. I've been enabling this for so long. I've been engaging with this for so long. And it actually wasn't good for me. Or it and that allowed me to have some sort of illusion that is now gone, right? So if that happens, don't get too caught up in FOMO. Don't get too caught up in like, why didn't I do this sooner? Why this? Why that? Doesn't serve you. Doesn't serve you to beat yourself up. It doesn't serve you to resent or regret anything. Recognize it, learn from it, move on. Because the positive side about this is that Saturn is trying to ground imagination. right? Especially with Neptune being in Aries. It's like it's the imagination of the eye, it's the imagination of like, "Ooh, what could I do?" That's what Neptune Aries. It's like the sun. I might need to move my little curtain there. Forgot the word for a second. Neptune being in Aries is, oh, the possibilities of all I could do, of all I could start, of all I could enjoy, of all I could get my hands on, all I could, like, it's just all, it's the all. And it's exciting and it's empowering and it's confident. So Saturn's going to come in and be like, okay, you want those things? Then let's effing do it, essentially. And yes, Saturn may strip things away to get you to like be very real about it, to get you to walk the walk, talk the talk. Not really talk the talk because it's about action. It's really walk the walk. So it's again, some people are going to be excited by this. They're going to love it. They're going to feel like, oh, manifestations are here. All the things I've been like really percolating on and really wanting and like putting energy and focus towards, I'm making it happen. Watch me make it happen. Watch me enjoy this. Other people, it's a bit of a harsh wake up call. And then it's a moment of, can I have the confidence and the bravery and the belief in myself to actually follow through and do this and deal with this? Because some people are going to require a lot more adaptability than they're used to, but everyone's different. The other benefit here is that Ceres and Aries is a great support. It's not going to be there for long because Ceres, she moves faster than Neptune and Saturn, but Ceres being here, Ceres is how we nurture. Ceres is how we care. So it is almost like how we tend to things, especially with all the things that Saturn and Neptune are highlighting for us in this present moment, whether it is about the stripping away or all about what's going to take the place of that. Or again, just what are you ready for? What is Saturn saying? Hey, you want it, go for it. You want it, do it. It's time. Like tick, tick, tick. Like, let's go. Right? Ceres is going to be there to help you to understand how to really tend to that. Okay. In a balanced way. Anything else want to mention about that? Nope, that's the Aries stellium with this minor grand trine of remembrance. Okay. Keeping in mind too, the remembrance component of this is like, remember, you are uniquely designed to fit in a certain way in a certain place. And with the minor grand trine of remembrance and the minor grand trine of greatness working together, it's like it's a beautiful setup to, how do I want to say this? To be ready to take into account all you know about yourself, all you've learned about yourself, all of what you are capable of, even the things that you are only now seeing or believing that you're capable of. And again, how you're uniquely designed, how you uniquely fit, and hitting the go button, essentially. Whether that is in the form of creativity, inventiveness, innovation, or even more of a social aspect. For some people, this is going to be like a social renaissance, especially because so many people the last few years have been in hermit mode. This is definitely like getting in the mix, you know? So it's a beautiful time. The other thing I do want to mention is the activity of Mercury and Uranus. So in the beginning of the week, Uranus, oh, sorry, I forgot about the sun. Let's talk about the sun first. So all week, the sun is going to be working with Sedna. It's going to be strongest, like, where are we? Monday? So Wednesday. The sun working with Sedna, part of this minor grand trine, is going to be strongest Wednesday, but still influencing Sedna throughout the week. The reason I'm mentioning this is because Uranus is working with the sun in the beginning of the week. And then by the middle, it's Mercury with Uranus. Then by the end, it's Mercury with the minor grand trine of remembrance with Sedna. So I know that's kind of hard to follow. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to break it down here for you. With Uranus working with the sun, at the beginning of the week, kind of what I was mentioning in the overview of this feeling of change, excitement for change, or even restlessness around change, which for some people can come up in the form of anxiety, prominent in the beginning of the week, especially as Mercury is still square Mars. So if you're feeling kind of angsty, you're feeling kind of unsure, you're feeling like maybe even a little pessimistic, I think that'll probably fade in a couple days. And then in the middle of the week, Mercury starts to work with Uranus. This is where like the juicy juice really starts to really kick in. I feel like Wednesday. I feel like Wednesday is going to be the day that a lot of people feel this shift. Okay, just speaking from an astrology standpoint. When Mercury gets into bed with Uranus, that is breakthrough time. That is total breakthrough time. There's also a confidence there with communication that's going to start to take place, and kind of like a ballsy of like, you know what? If I put pen to paper, I could figure this out. You know what? If I get very real with myself, like I can fucking do this. I can fucking handle this. We could go and have that experience. We could go and embody that. We can go and talk to that person that I've never spoken to before, or we can say this thing that maybe we've been hesitant to share with the people that we love. Whatever. It's like it's ballsiness and a confidence with sharing, with planning. Mm. Excuse me. And definitely some activation of the mind is happening there. All right. So also don't be surprised if you get some like intense crown energy, like Wednesday, Thursday. Um, yeah, that'd be like Wednesday, Thursday. Some intense crown energy, headaches, or you're just feeling a little bit more hyper aware when it comes to like what you're able to really discern and what you're really able to see. Okay. And then as we get towards the end of the week, Mercury, now working with Sedna, will be trine Pluto and sextile this Aries stellium. So again, it's now becoming part of the minor grand trine of remembrance. Excuse me. Excuse me. It's just energy. This is going to be fun because like Mercury getting into bed with Pluto and Neptune and Saturn and Sedna and Ceres, the sharpness of the mind is going to be like off the charts. So much energy. I'm so sorry. The sharpness of the mind is going to be off the charts because one, having Pluto working with Mercury in a positive way like this, it deepens our analytical ability. It improves our psychic ability, our ability to read the room, so to speak, and to see like many steps ahead, like more than what we're used to. And then the fact that it's going to be working with Neptune and Saturn, that energy that is basically like stripping illusions, but also basically like, hey, it's time. You ready or what? Like, put your money where your mouth is, walk the walk. You will be able to talk the talk. With Mercury being a part of this minor grand trine. So if you need to like have a job interview, I like that, like those examples are coming up quite a bit. Like when you need to persuade people or be charismatic or get people to really hear you, or to even just like communicate what you have been trying to communicate, right? That is going to be the time where it's going to be like on point. It'll be so easy to do this in a way that is normally not. So, whether you're dating, whether you are like trying to get a business deal, whether you're negotiating, whether you're just like trying to get some like changes in your life underway, big or small, this is a week where there's a lot of support for that. Again, it may feel a little jarring for the first few days because of the way Saturn will strip illusions away, but it will be a blessing. Okay. If you embrace it that way and you see it that way, it will be a blessing. Don't get caught up too much in beating yourself up about what hasn't happened or what you didn't act on yet or whatever. It's never too late, right? Just let all these energies work for you. So, as far as like where in your charts to look for all of the stuff I just laid out for you, prioritize Aries with this Aries stellium because of the way Saturn and Neptune are interacting with Ceres. Okay. That is going to be 0 to 5 degrees looking at Aries in your charts. Um, trying to think of what to prioritize next. I would prioritize Aquarius 0 to 5 degrees. And then I would prioritize Taurus 25 to 29 degrees. And that would even bleed into 0 to 5 degrees Gemini. Because right, it's like they're neighbors. That's like that range is right there. But yeah, it's gonna be a week. It's gonna be a week. So I'm excited. I'm excited too. I'm excited too. Like I said, when I got into this, I was like, oh, this hasn't kicked in. It hasn't kicked in. It will soon. It will very soon. I want to say it like after the quarter moon, which again is tomorrow. So like Wednesday, I feel like is the day that things are gonna feel like, whoa, you know? And if you have a tower between now and then, again, just it's a blessing. Let it do what it's trying to do. Let it reveal what it's trying to reveal so that you can get very real with yourself, about all these things. Really quickly, I'm going to mention a little bit of collective energy, not very much because I have read a lot today. And I do still want to do the signs for you guys today. So really quickly, I did pull this card out. for the thumbnail, just as like a card for the collective energy of the week. So building blocks. And I wasn't surprised. I'm like, oh yeah, this makes so much sense because this is the week of like, all right, walk the walk, get going. No holding back. No need to hold back. Get going, basically. And the stuff that you're feeling ready to embrace right now, again, whether they're like just little changes in your life, big changes in your life, job stuff, relationship stuff, housing, living situation stuff. Um, this is the week to get those pieces going and rolling and started so that you can expand upon it. Expand upon it. Expand upon it. Expand upon it. Jesus. Later. I've been doing that all day. I blame Mercury square Mars. So that you can expand upon that down the line, especially for those who are making bigger changes than others. But for some of us, I would say that this is very much aligned with like a massive paradigm shift. So just wanted to mention that real quick. Actually, I think I'll just label that building blocks. Okay, I'm ready to get into the elements here. Just taking a minute. I forgot his name. I saw a little blip today. This is kind of a somber thing, so just kind of a heads up. As I pull some decks here, not to like shift the vibe, and I meant to write down his name to like say this in the very beginning, and I, neurodivergent. But I don't know. It's kind of sad. I never watched his channel. I didn't even know of him. I saw a little post from another reader. I believe his name is Gregory. Some of you guys might know. But he was another reader, an astrologer, and he passed away. And again, I never knew him, never, came across his channel, but I was like, wow, that's like, I don't know, that's just really sad and unfortunate. I don't know how he passed away. He was young. He looked young, at least from the pictures. And I believe she said in the post that he also like didn't have any health issues, so maybe it was an accident. But if any of you are aware of that, like, by all means put it in the chat or the comments for other people to know. Cause like I said, even after she announced it, I went to his channel to just kind of like see. And I didn't see anything about it, but I mean she must have like come into that information somewhere. So not Gregory. I love him. I'm like, I feel bad that I never came across him before. I mean, his channel is still up and everything, his website's still up and everything like that. So it must have just happened. But I wanted to do just like a little, oh my God, a nice little like prayer for him. And again, I don't remember his name entirely, but I know it was Gregory at the very least. He's so sweet and bright and kind. Are we doing signs? Which one are we on now? We will do signs. But we're going to do just like a little prayer for a minute here. I'm going to timestamp that too, actually. But yeah, we might just take a minute. Gregory Scott. Oh yeah, Gregory Scott. That's right. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. Yeah, very unfortunate. And I hope his family is doing okay. But just lighting a little incense here, and I already have a candle lit just because when I do reads, I have a candle lit. So if you want to like throw your prayer out there, by all means, I'm sure people would love to receive that, especially people who are fans of him. But I light this incense of rose as a symbol for love and divinity for Gregory Scott. May his soul be at rest. And may his soul, I got chills, and may his soul be at peace. And that his transition be easy for our fallen brother in the community. And so it is. Yeah. Hope his family's okay. Okay. And I think also even just in a strange celebratory way, he was a reader. So, you know, doing it like as we transition to readings too also feels interesting. Um, let's see. Yeah, go watch his channel, It's like that also feels like a good way to honor him. Um, yeah, I almost feel like, well, you can like take a little moment here. I feel like I need a minute to also just kind of survey what oracle deck wants to be used. So I'm just going to be quiet as we also just kind of sit with the energy. Okay. My kitchen light flickered during the prayer. Yeah, I definitely felt stuff move through when I did that. Um, so we're gonna move ahead into the sign readings. I'm gonna start with the archetype deck that feels appropriate for today. Um, which element are we starting with? We're gonna go with air. They're showing me Aquarius, so we're just gonna start with air. Probably because of the quarter moon, I'm sure. Okay. All right. Air signs. What's going on for air signs this week? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What's going on for my air signs this week? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Crocodile is coming up. This may be an animal that's been coming up for you. Um, it's a very specific one. Air signs. Crocodile to me, I mean, there's so many medicines with every animal, right? 333 on the clock, by the way, as I'm talking about this. Don't forget to hit the like button, by the way. With 333 people, we got 150 likes. But crocodile to me is kind of a primordial medicine. I will do a video on that someday, probably. I feel like there's so much information I just want to share. It's almost overwhelming how much information there's to share. But crocodile to me is an energy that helps us to traverse very deep waters, very deep murky waters, very intense emotions. You could even say darkness, but I want to say it's more about waters and even like how to um manage emotions when when the emotions want to stir. It's interesting too because today I've found that there's been a theme in some of the sessions I've been doing of like tempering fire, tempering water. And I meant to say too, with like Saturn working with Neptune, that absolutely can feel that way too, of like finding a way to balance certain intensities, whether it's emotions, like the Neptune factor, or even like the fire of like Aries. And Saturn can help with that. So can Ceres. So if you're finding that's a theme for you this week, just don't be surprised. But air signs, crocodile. Yeah, it feels like there's a patience here, air signs, you're being encouraged to take on. Any other messages or insights for air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Glad that was under there. So air signs, we have Crone and Underworld. Underworld is giving me that crocodile energy, but Crone was like hiding under it. It was like that. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, I like it. I like it a lot because Crone is wisdom, right? Crone is literally like divine feminine wisdom, but Crone is also a card of power and magic, and how we utilize those things, right? Even if it's like in ways that people don't understand. And it's also in ways that are unique to us because the crone is elder energy. The crone has lived a lot. The crone knows who the hell she is, she or he, right? And so traversing the underworld, I feel like that's why crocodile is coming up here, because it's like crocodile knows how to traverse the underworld very well and not lose themselves and not lose sight of like truth or even how they feel. And I feel like that's the main message for air signs for this week. Interesting. Not what I expected at all. But let's go ahead and pull for the signs here, starting with Gemini. Yeah, you're going glow in the dark. Okay. Okay. Oh. Headed to bed. Okay, Caitlin. So I'll have to catch the rest later, but I've been really enjoying catching the lives and talking with you all. Hey, been enjoying it too. Hope you have a good rest. Okay. Okay. Any messages or insights for Gemini, please? For Gemini's highest good. Gemini, any messages or insights for Gemini? What's going on for my Geminis? I'm getting the word awareness, a sensitivity. You may be finding you're having a little bit more of a sensitivity this week, and I'm feeling more in the beginning of the week, actually, which is interesting. But it does. It feels like hyper awareness. It just feels like a high level of sensitivity. Oh, my cheeks are so red. It's all that sun. Gemini. You may even take a moment in like hermit mode or high priestess mode because you're feeling so sensitive. It's almost like you're it's giving me crocodile like lurking. It's like you're listening. Maybe like you even know you need to listen for something, like you need to watch for something. Not bad, not bad. It's like catching the moment is almost what it feels like. It's a high awareness state, Gemini. Six of Pentacles. Maybe this is part of it. Six of Pentacles is a card of balance. It's also a card of generosity, gift giving, exchange, reciprocity. I just keep hitting hyper awareness. We also have death on the bottom. Maybe you're also being very aware of who you exchange energy with at this time, or even like what could be coming your way. Again, it's not bad. I don't think it's like paranoid. It's like you're just very aware. You're very sensitive right now. Anything else for Gemini? Any other messages or insights for Gemini? For Gemini's highest good? Any other messages or insights for Gemini? For Gemini's highest good? Gemini, don't be surprised if you get a little telepathy. I just felt like I got a little like feeling of being interrupted. And if you are like in a hyper aware state, that would make sense. Death is still at the bottom here. Yeah, this is interesting. I feel like you are having a lot of telepathy here, or you're just sensing someone, or like sensing things come. It's like you're sensing a lot. You're sensing a lot, and it's like it's kind of distracting. Um, you may need to take some time to practice how to not be so distracted by that. Something else that was coming in here. This feels like a side message, Gemini. I feel like I want to say this is super specific. A community. There's been a community you've been dismissing, or a community you've been like maybe even absent from. But I want to say dismissing, or like, no. No. Maybe for a good reason. I'm kind of getting it's more like dismissing something you should be embracing, to be honest. Should also make sense with the Six of Pentacles. And maybe this is also something you're picking up on like telepathically, intuitively. Take that for what you will. So this is an interesting reading, Gemini. It's actually feeling very scorpionic. You could have Scorpio placements. Any other messages or insights for Gemini? For Gemini's highest good. Any other messages or insights for Gemini? Yeah, even the cards aren't coming out. It's like you're in a very like quiet, hush state. Ooh. Five of Pentacles. Gemini, I get the feeling you actually shut the door on something. Could you be feeling kind of like shut out or kind of like alone or isolated? Maybe I feel like you closed the door though because of this hypersensitivity, or because maybe you weren't sure, or like you just were like, nah, I don't know. That's what that's kind of feeling like to me. Interesting. Let's keep going. Anything else for Gemini? For Gemini's highest good? I feel like you said no to an opportunity. With the Six of Pentacles and Five of Pentacles, there's an Ace of Pentacles there, and I feel like you shut the door on an Ace of Pentacles, which isn't, we're entitled to say no to whatever we don't want to take, right? King of Cups. The Queen of Cups was on the bottom, but King of Cups, Scorpio, showing up. I was like, I feel like you're in Scorpio vibes here. I'll be honest too. For some of you, I'm almost getting like how do I want to say this? Maybe a little bit of a projection of like you might have like created some distance, but at the same time, it's like you feel like someone like maybe shut the door on you. Some of you are feeling that way. It could be another person that you were dealing with, but yeah, I feel like I'm looking at someone who is this King of Cups energy that is isolated from exchanging energy with other people, but they're in their energy as the King of Cups. So it's like they are someone who is like mastering their emotions, 55 on the clock as I said that. And it's giving me that crocodile energy again. I feel like you are the King of Cups. Oh my God, surrounded by pentacles though. Three of Pentacles coming out here, Gemini. Yeah, Gemini, this is like Eight of Pentacles at the bottom too. This is interesting because Gemini, I feel like you have closed the door on an Ace of Pentacles, or you're not looking at it, or you're dismissing it. I'm seeing that on one end. But then we have this, where you're focused on something else. You're focused on the Three of Pentacles, or even considering the Three of Pentacles. There's also a Two of Pentacles energy here between the Five and the Three. So Gemini, it's just giving me the vibes that like you've walked away from some things, you're feeling sensitive, but at the same time, you're wanting to cultivate some new things. Some of you are contemplating even going back to what you closed the door on and mending that and trying to see if it's like not too late to go back. This is interesting. But you're in your bubble doing this. You're definitely in a bubble of contemplation doing this and like being very patient with yourself. I want to say while you're discerning what to do, of what route to really take, whether you want to build something new and you want to keep shutting something else out, or if you should go back to what you shut out. Remember, Saturn work with Neptune will also make it very clear if any of you have like dismissed opportunities or dismissed windows of opportunity. Can I get a final card here for Gemini? More Pentacles. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. Now we basically have the whole, well, do we have the whole suit? Oh, kind of. We have just given like the energies between these, right? Like between the Six and the Five, there's an Ace. Between the Five and the Three, there's a Two. Now we have the Seven. Now there's a energy of Four of Pentacles here. So we have Ace, Two, Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8. We have 9. We have 10. Is like, yeah. So we have the whole pentacle suit here, energetically speaking. So this is about your material plane. This is about like making very real moves in your life. And I want to say with relationships. These could be work opportunities and money opportunities, absolutely. And it's crazy because you are like dead in the center as the King of Cups in your water crocodile, evaluating and sensing and feeling all of this, all of the potentials, all of what has happened, all of what could happen in your physical reality. You're hyper sensitive right now. It's totally up to you, whatever you want to do. And again, I think you're taking your time with this, as you should, on what the best course of action is. Whether you keep the door closed on something and nurture something new, or you go back to it. But I think you're going to figure it out, Gemini. You're going to figure it out. Okay? Just keep doing what you're doing in the King of Cups and it will become clear. All right, Libra. We're going to use Rider Waite here. 5940. Okay. Libra. Libra. Any messages or insights for Libra? For Libra's highest good. What's going on for my Librans? So Libra, especially if you're early degrees Libra, you have, I'm just watching the birds. You have Saturn and Neptune in series opposing you. Whether you're sun, moon, rising, etc., or you have angles or north node or whatever, opposing your Libra placements. Which is interesting. That's going to be interesting. How that could manifest could come in so many different ways, depending on where your Libra is, right? And like what form it's taking, what celestial body, if it's an angle, etc. But I think we're about to see what that's going to feel like for you. Any messages or insights for Libra? Ooh, even just feeling into it, I'm getting the word seesaw, like seesaw. But also, if you have a lot of Libra in your chart, it would look like a seesaw, right? With all the Aries opposing it. It does feel like a push-pull, Libra. It does feel like a push-pull for you. Willingness to prioritize certain things that you're not used to prioritizing is what that feels like. Any messages or insights for Libra? For Libra's highest good for this week. What's going on for my Librans? What's going on for my Librans? Chariot. Okay, I like that for you. Cancer energy. This is literal movement. This is also elevation or ascension, triumph, and victory. Does feel like you're rising in your masculine energy here. The Emperor sits in the Chariot. Rising to the occasion does come to mind here. Willingness to. Am I taking these? Yes. Yeah. Wow. Death and the Nine of Pentacles. That's kind of what I was sensing, Libra, that like this pressure to like reprioritize some things that you're not used to reprioritizing may also come with having to say goodbye to certain things as well and like prioritize that Aries energy to kind of have a little bit of balance in your life. And I'm getting that with the Death card. So we have the Chariot, Death, and the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is independence. It's confidence. It's self-esteem. And I feel like you're actually being forced to choose you. You're being forced to choose yourself. And I do think it feels good. It may be hard to actually get in the Chariot and do it, but you're doing it. You have a willingness to, and willingness is half the battle. But that's what I'm getting here. Some of you, there's a glow up happening in the midst of this as well, because you are choosing you and you are prioritizing you. I'm mostly hearing the bottom line. Interesting. The bottom line. Some of you guys could be doing some checks and balances in your life, whether that's like literally financial or with relationships. I think relationships are going to be big for you with this, Libra. Yeah. Are you in the red or are you in the black? Yeah. Are you in the red or are you in the black? Financially or socially, which is interesting. Are these specific relationships or financial? This is so Venus. This is so Libra. Are these specific relationships or financial situations worth it? Or do you need to cut some things out here? Do you need to kind of choose more of you here a little bit in order to get into the black and out of the red? Interesting. Anything else for Libra? It's funny too, more Scorpio. All right. Like Gemini. Gemini had Scorpio energy all up in their reading. Any other messages or insights for Libra? Knight of Cups. I like it. Ooh. Sorry, guys. My eye is just freaking out. Knight of Cups, Pisces energy. The Knight of Cups moves forward from the heart space, moves forward with compassion, with empathy. I am hearing the word desire, though. We do have Six of Cups on the bottom. Libra, I feel like you're choosing you. I just keep getting that over and over and over, but it does come with some I want to say difficult. Sorry, my eye, man. That it's coming with some like difficult decisions and difficult cuts to do that. But it is the right thing for you to do, and you know it. And I feel like it's elevating you and giving you a glow up, but you're also following your heart here too. I'm just gonna keep this eye closed. It's like twitching like crazy. What's coming after the Knight of Cups? For Libra? What's coming after the Knight of Cups for Libra? Oh, yes. Yes, we get the star. Wow. And that seems to be exactly what you need to do, Libra. You need to choose you. You need to choose you and follow your compass here. I feel like some of you have been involved with certain people, or like some of you, there's like financial things here that I want to say have been clouding your compass or like crowding you. Oh, that's a good word. Crowding you. Because when you cut these things out, right? I think I'm also going to move the curtain in a second. When you cut these things out, people, situations, what have you, there's a massive improvement in your confidence, your happiness, your joy. And it's almost like it's this feeling of just like a nice alignment of a better experience of your life. Like you're raising your frequency with this and you're also moving into joy. It just feels really good. Yeah, let me close this curtain. Between that and my eye twitching out, like I'm all kinds of distracted. Hold on a second. Give me a minute. Oh. 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 Ooh. Oh, lighting has really changed. Okay, we're back. Might have to get up again to turn the light on because it is starting to get a little dark outside. But yeah, Libra, this looks beautiful. And again, 6 of Cups on the bottom. Some of you may finally have the bandwidth to actually invest in a dream of yours or a wish or a hope of yours. It just feels really positive. So good for you. All right, let's move into Aquarius. Oh, this eye. Wait, can you guys like doing it again? No. Of course, I try to focus on it. It's like, nope, I'm done. Where's Clyde? He was here, and then he kind of jumped. There he is. Hey, buddy. Hi. Want to get back up on your pillow? No? Okay, fine. Aquarius. Whoo. Aquarius. What's going on for my aquas? It's 11:11 on the East Coast. Oh, nice. 11:11. Aquarius. Any messages or insights for Aquarius? What's going on for my aquas for this week? What's going on for my aquas this week? Similar to Gemini, I feel like you're having moments of contemplation. You may even like be doing some star bathing or star gazing. I'm also getting that too. Aquarius. Yeah, I just feel like a lot of pondering and being in thought, deep thought. Hold on, so I don't get in trouble on YouTube. All right. Aquarius. Any messages or insights for Aquarius at this time? For this week? Any messages or insights for Aquarius for this week? New wands were going to come out. I saw the 8 of wands and then the 10 of wands has come out. Oh, with the 9 of swords. So yeah, you're heavy and you're on the mental space here. But I just feel pondering. I do feel a lot of pondering, but with the 10 of wands being here, it's clearly about things that you're wanting to be done with. Things that are just taking too much energy, too much bandwidth, too much time, too much space. Just very unsustainable is the word that's coming through. Unsustainable situations. And what to do about it. With the 9 of swords. Fear, anxiety, worry. You could also be having trouble sleeping. What to do about this 10 of wands, Aqua. I guess I'm almost curious to ask, like, well, why haven't you let it go yet? Whatever these things are. I feel like you've intentionally held on to these things. You've intentionally allowed these unsustainable, exhausting situation, habit, lifestyle, whatever, to continue. Yeah, 7 of Swords. Hmm. So why have you? Well, shit, Wheel of Fortune. Well, I don't really know if it matters why or why not, because with the Wheel of Fortune here, you done. You done with that. You very much done with that. This is Jupiter energy. This is usually a sense of luck or fate, or even spirit coming in and changing things up for you. I feel like you will be relieved of whatever this, I really want to say unsustainable, with whatever this unsustainable situation is that you are in such deep thought about. And I want to say deep concern about. What's coming after the Wheel of Fortune? You may just be stripped of it. What's coming after the Wheel of Fortune here? Oh, rest. Oh, that feels nice. 4 of Swords. This is rest. This is sleep. This is recovery. This is healing, rejuvenation, taking some time out. It's giving me vacation vibes. Whatever this is that you're going to be relieved of, I think you are going to be worried. I think a part of you is going to be like, oh shit, it is gone now. Because if you've been holding on to it, I keep getting pulled back to the 7 of Swords. If you've been holding on to it, you've probably been scared to release it. You've probably been apprehensive to release it for whatever reason or another, or to relieve yourself of it. So spirit's going to come in, fate's going to come in and be like, you done. And your first reaction is like, oh, I still think you're going to have some worries, but like that's how burdensome some of this stuff is for you, and how exhausting some of the stuff is for you. Some of you guys are going to be like, oh, I can finally sleep. I, I can finally take a time out. I can finally close my eyes for a few days. And then you're going to worry about it. Watch. I bet the next card's going to be some kind of worry card. Let's see. What's coming up? The 4 of Swords for Aquarius. Ah, not so much, but 4 of Swords and the Moon. We still have 7 of Swords at the bottom here. With the 7 and the 4, there's a 3 of Swords energy, okay? I feel like you are emotionally exhausted from whatever this is. Could even be a relationship. If it's a relationship, I don't think you're going to have that many worries come up about it. But if it's like a work situation or something, you might. But 4 of Swords and the Moon, I feel like this is pure recovery, pure emotional recovery. You may also be getting clear on your feelings a little bit. You may also be having some intense dreams about whatever this is that you're about to be stripped of. Okay, I do feel like you are being stripped of it. Yeah, pay attention to your dreams, Aquarius. Pay attention to your dreams here. But I just feel like emotional exhaustion with that. Ace of Pentacles. Still 7 of Swords at the bottom, which is one of your cards. But the Ace of Pentacles says that you are free of this. You will be free of this. And it's time to be free of this. Can I get clarification on the 10 of Wands? The context of this burdensome, exhausting energy? 7 of Wands. Interesting. I feel like whatever this is, you've had to be constantly engaged with it. Like constantly. I feel like mentally, emotionally, physically, you've had to constantly be involved or constantly watch it. Like this could be a very overwhelming relationship. This could be a really demanding job. This could just be like your plate is just too full, but your load's about to get lighter. Can I get one more card there for the 10 of Wands for Aquarius? Can I get one more card? Guess which one? I know some of y'all love this game. Guess which card? Guess what card just came out here? I'll give you a hint. You've seen it already. It's a pretty big hint, actually. No, no one wants to guess. Death, Star. Think minor arcana. Wheel of Fortune. That one already came out. Okay, 2 more guesses and then we'll continue. I'm working, I can't. It's okay. 6 of Cups, no. 7 of Swords, yep, there it is. I was like, "Aqua, the 7 of Swords is still here. Aqua, that 7 of Swords is still here. Aqua, that 7 of Swords is still here." I feel like that 7 of Swords is screaming, like, "You should have put this down a while ago." Like, a while ago, and you've known it. Again, I don't know why you haven't. Maybe because you've had to be so engaged with whatever it is. Like, sometimes when we're, like, that engaged with something, entrenched with something, it's hard to put it down because it's like you're constant in it, right? Where it's like you almost don't have time to even think about putting it down even though you really wanna put it down. But man, I see you resting a lot. You like, this may be like you like, "Oh, I'm running to my bed. I'm gonna run to my bed. I might put on TV, maybe not. That sounds too taxing. I'm gonna sleep for 12 hours, do it again the next day." It's like, I feel like it's a full rest. Maybe, like, you literally even haven't been able to have, like, a full sleep even, but regardless, you're being stripped of this, and what is gonna be revealed to you is what comes after, what comes next. So that's amazing. Yeah, Ace of Swords in the bottom, clarity as well. Once I'm like, it's, like, not letting me. Hold on. Celebration. You're gonna be happy about this, and, like, if it is a work thing or a money thing, I think you are gonna have some concerns for a hot minute, but I think you're gonna be fine. I think you're gonna figure it out. It feels like one of those moments of, like, "Why didn't I do this sooner? Why didn't I not initiate this sooner?" And if it's about a relationship, oh, you're gonna be very relieved. Very relieved. Okay, moving on. Hold on a second. What is it, buddy? What's going on? Hey, come here. What's going on with you? Hmm? Clyde, do you need something? I think he literally just wants attention, which I totally understand. All right. Fire, water, or air? Not air, earth. Sorry. We just finished air. Fire, water, or earth? I feel like earth. Let's do earth. Earth, you may be in a lot of air energy. Because even like when I said air, I saw E. Just how I see things. Um, so yeah, you may be in a lot of air energy right now. All right. Earthykins. Let's get a couple oracle cards for you. Earth. What's going on for my earth signs this week? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. My hair keeps getting caught on the mic. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Not taking that. Underworld came out again, just full disclosure. But we did just do air, and I was getting a feeling you were in a lot of air energy. Yeah, Earth, I feel like you're like jumping into the air element. You may be dealing with some air signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's going to be odd to say this to earth signs, but y'all may need to ground a little bit. You may need to ground. I feel like your energy is literally like trying to leap, or you know what I mean? And it's like, or like you're being like sent off like a rocket or something. And I'm like, air signs, like let's come back. Let's come back here for a minute. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What's going on for my earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, I feel like I'm having to really, really focus on your energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Thank you. Oh, is that what's happening? Eros. I'm almost encouraged to like encourage you to check your Eros placement if you've never looked up your Eros. Eros is interesting in astrology. I don't look at it too often, but I got a feeling like Cappy's been getting love reads a little bit here and there, and we are doing Earth, granted, but we also have a lot of lusty energy going on. Clyde in the background. Are you gonna knock those over? He's like, maybe. Um, I'm just saying there may be something fun and sexy for you. But Eros is about passion and lusty lust and fun and sexy energy and passion, right? But in your chart, it can be expressed in terms of like how you connect with your sexual energy, how you engage with it, how you engage in that with others, or even like pull that in. So I just feel inclined to bring that up. Like maybe check where your Eros is at. Might explain some things in your relationships. The readings are very interesting today. Okay. Okay. I get it. Thank you. I was waiting for downloads. So with Eros, we also have the stone. Oh, sorry, mirrored image. And then we have the dead end. A dry spell is over. Earth signs. A dry spell is over. With stone and Eros, stone speaks of like permanence or very slow change. It's kind of a frustrating energy. I mean, it's kind of funny because like you are Earth, but with dead end, I feel like the dead end is a relation to the stone energy. Like that's gone. And now you have this. And it does feel kind of new and it honestly feels like a rocket. It does. It feels like a like kind of energy. Excuse me. I think some sort of long-term restriction, delay, a dry spell is over for you. And it's on. And it's on, baby. It's on. Whether that's in terms of your sexual energy, I think it's completely in terms of your sexual energy, but you can use this for your own creative purposes. You can use this for fun or, to have fun, right? So, just saying, looks fun. Earth. Let's get into Taurus. I meant Earth. I meant signs. Y'all know what I meant. It's been a long day. Taurus. 12200 for Taurus as well. Taurus, you're going to get unicorns today. And you want us to ground after hearing that? Hey, do what you want. You're an adult. Live your life the way you want to. It was just some advice to maybe pace a little. Pacing can be good. There's benefit to that. What's going on for Taurus? Any messages or insights for Taurus this week? God, the fire reading is going to be interesting too. Taurus. Alejandro, I hope it's not a relationship because I am in a relationship with him. He looks so mischievous back there. He's being mischievous right now. He's in play mode. He wants to play. And with his age, he can't really like play. He also doesn't like playing with me. It's like he's been my fur baby for so long. But even when I first got him and I tried playing with him, he would just look at me like I didn't know what I was doing. It was like, okay. Anyway, Taurus, coming back to you. Messages or insights for Taurus, please. One more shuffle for this week. Oh, what's going on for Taurus? Okay. 5 of Pentacles. Something tells me this ain't going to last long. Because again, the overall for Earth signs is like some sort of dry spell is over. This kind of screams dry spell. I think you're getting out of that 5 of Pentacles energy, whether it's a financial situation or a literal just like rut. That Gemini season creeping up on us all, ready to play. Gemini can be very playful. Page of Swords. Ooh, let me feel into that for Taurus. Are you initiating this? So, Page of Swords can be a card of observance. Some people call it the spy card, and it can be. It's also my card of a new perspective because it's this feeling of I'm going to take initiative to look at something differently. I'm going to take initiative to learn, to dive into something I don't really know a whole lot about. That's Page of Swords. But the Page of Swords is reflecting on the Five of Pentacles, is reflecting on this rut. I feel like you're gaining a new perspective, Taurus. And I feel like it's in that new perspective, you're being liberated. Yeah, wow, to another page. Page of Pentacles. Okay, I like it. You're on to new things already. You're not really feeling stuck anymore. You're not feeling stuck anymore. And I want to say you're not letting yourself feel stuck. You're taking control. It's very Taurian. You're taking control. And you're like, you know what? If I don't like something, I can change it. And you are. You literally are. A new perspective. You're also like putting in you're investing energy into it like physically. You're taking actual moves and actual steps towards changing the things that make you feel stuck, make you feel like you're lacking, make you feel I almost want to say like dry. Like a lot of like dry and wet stuff going on here. Void that make you feel void. Anything else for Taurus? Any other messages or insights for Taurus? If this is also about a relationship, if you've been feeling kind of like lonely or if you've been feeling like someone's just not engaging with you, you're taking matters into your own hands here. Six of Cups coming out here. Ooh, with the Lovers on the bottom. And taking matters into your own hands and being willing to put some like actual effort into getting out of this Five of Pentacles energy. You're embracing the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is nostalgia. It's also my patterns card. It's soul energy. It's Scorpio energy. Sometimes Six of Cups can speak of soulmates and engaging with people who make you feel a certain way. Just saying. So whether you're embracing a new activity, hold on a second. What is it, buddy? What? I'm about to pick him up in a second. So whether you're embracing a new activity, a new hobby, or just a new idea or a new path, whatever it is, you're pulling away from the Five of Pentacles and you're embracing it fully, but it comes with the Six of Cups. And that feels fun because it's stirring your soul. It's getting you excited. And if this is about a relationship, it feels like you're embracing a soulmate, to be honest with you. It feels like you're embracing somebody who plays well with your inner child and really inspires you. And if you're not doing this with a relationship and it's just like literally a life choice, it's that same playful energy. It's that same excitement. It's that same stirring, especially with Lovers on the bottom. Lovers to me is mostly a card of choice, of choosing things that are in alignment with your soul. Again, a lot of soul energy going on here. Could this be about a relationship with Lovers? Yeah, it could be. What's the fifth card here for Taurus? This landed on the pages. So when I said like you taking matters into your own hands, the Knight, that's like a level up from the pages because it goes page, Knight, Queen, King, right? As we know. The Knight of Swords especially does not hold the fuck back. Like that's Gemini energy. That is the fastest Knight in the deck. You're not waiting around. You're not waiting around for things to change. You're going after what you want. For some of you, even who you want. Can I get a card for what's coming after the Six of Cups or even what's coming with the Six of Cups? Oh, look at that. Four of Wands. So a couple things here, Taurus. Four of Wands can be considered like a doorway, a gateway, a portal card. It always leads to stability. It always leads to abundance. It leads to celebration. It leads to good times. It leads to strong foundations. Excuse me. Hold on a second. Excuse me. Whatever you're walking into, more like running. More like running into and taking very seriously. Again, it's like you're not holding back, you're not looking back. It's interesting with the Six of Cups being here because if this is about a relationship, it's a soulmate. It absolutely is a soulmate. It's someone who gets you. It's someone who plays well with your inner child. It's like it's very lovely. It feels very good. It feels like home. It feels like home. Um Some of you, this could be someone from your past. You would know because you would be initiating this. All right. If it's vice versa, it's vice versa. But if this is more like an activity, a new path, a new plan, it's something familiar. And I want to say this is a good example of remembrance because while it may be new in some way, your soul feels at home in it. It's home for you. This activity, this job, this situation, this path, this plan, a relationship, it's your home. It's sacred to you. And it really is giving me the vibes of like you're done with this and you're like, F it, I'm gonna make shit happen. And you make shit happen. Yeah, it does. It feels like home. It's really nice. And lover's still at the bottom. Ooh, with the chariot too. Again, you're not holding back. You are not mm-hmm. With the ace of wands. This is about a relationship. Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys the cards. So we have lovers with the chariot, ace of wands. So again, you're not holding back for nothing. There's no reason to. You're in it, you're invested. Queen of wands with the two of cups. So Taurus, this could be reversed. Just saying, because there's clearly another person here. Okay, clearly where there is want, there's desire. It's clear, and someone's not holding back. All right, so high likelihood this is a relationship for some of you. Yum. Moving on to Virgo. Hold on a second, guys. Buddy. Come here. Oh, what do you need? What do you need? Huh? Is it just a little play? Is it food? I fed you. Hmm? Hmm? Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at all that cat hair. All right. If he kicks up again, I might have to actually get up and see if he's trying to get my attention to something. Virgo. Virgo. We're going to do Rider Wait for you. Sometimes we just need to be held for reassurance. Exactly. Especially if he just like needs attention. I find if I just like hold him long enough, he'll be like, okay, I'm good. I'm done. Leave me alone now for a while. Virgo. Any messages or insights for Virgo for this week? Some of you maybe see a shooting star. They're saying shooting star. Virgo. Any messages or insights for Virgo? Seven of Pentacles, Taurus energy. So you're evaluating. You're taking stock of something. You're examining. Feels like you're trying to figure something out. What's going on for my Virgos for this week? What's going on for my Virgos this week? They're showing me swords. The next card may be a sword card. How many swords? I'm feeling 9 of swords. Like nine or five of swords. So we have 5 of pentacles at the bottom. We have wands, 7 of wands here. So 2 7s right out of the gate for you, Virgo. So 7s could be significant. Someone else had 7s, and I forget who. Someone could put it in the chat or the comments. I'm hearing don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. You're trying to figure something out, and I feel like you're trying to create space so you can figure it out. That's what that feels like. That feels like boundaries to me. Like you don't want to hear someone's opinion. You want to figure it out on your own. Sorry, it's just cat hair, so probably rubbing my face a lot. Yeah, you don't want to hear opinions on this. You want to figure it out on your own. Oh, but someone got something to say to you, Virgo. And they're kind of forceful about it. Gemini energy. The Knight of Swords has been floating around quite a bit in the collective, and I think honestly because Jupiter's been in Gemini. But yeah, this is clearly somebody trying to say something to you, and you're like, I don't want to hear it. Let me do it on my own. Let me figure it out. Like you don't want to hear someone's opinion, and they're hell bent on giving you their opinion. Interesting. Taking these? No. Okay. Anything else for Virgo? Got 3 more. Interesting. Strong Leo energy here. Even here, this is Mars Leo, and we have Jupiter Leo right here with the 6 of Wands. Strength also Leo. But then we have a Knight of Cups, which is Pisces energy. I Virgo, hear me out. This person does want you to succeed. They may not be communicating in the best way. I'll give you that. Knight of Swords is pretty tactless. Knight of Swords is like impulsive truth. And like, you're going to hear this truth and it's going to be blunt. It's going to be straight to the point. It's going to be very direct and not have a lot of fuzziness around it. But I feel like with this card, it's literally saying like the best approach is through love. The best approach is a soft one. And I think you know that, but they do want you to succeed here with the 6 of Wands being here. But yeah, I agree. I think their approach is not where it's at. Oh, so how to deal with them? How to deal with them, right? Because it's like you're putting a very clear boundary in place that they don't want to honor, even though they mean well. So I actually want to encourage you to like be very clear with this person of like maybe just recognize like, hey, I see where you're coming from. Here's where I'm at, and here's why what you're saying is not okay for me right now, or why it's really hard for me to receive what you're saying. I think that's a good approach here for you. Let's get some other cards out here. I want to see what you're trying to figure out. Tell me about the 7 of Pentacles for Virgo. Let's see here. You got 2. All the cards are running away from me in your reading. Emperor and the King of Cups. This is what you're trying to figure out right now. Interesting. This is what you're trying to evaluate. How committed that you want to be to something is how that's coming through. I feel like you're trying to figure out if you actually need to put more energy into something like an Emperor would, like a King of Cups. I feel like you are the King of Cups, but it's almost like I think something's requiring a little more from you, a little more effort, a little bit more. Actually, it's reminding me of like Saturn and Neptune, right? It's reminding me of like, are you actually like going to do this? Are you actually going to like rise to the occasion? Are you going to walk the walk? That's how this is coming through. And I think this person is trying to communicate that to you, like this is what's going to be required of you. But I feel like you need a moment with it. So what does it mean when your arrow sign is the same sign as your partner's Psyche side? Oh, that's interesting. You know, I'm not like I haven't really studied Psyche a lot in terms of astrology. I know that they are counterparts in the mythology, right? So I would think that would bode well, but I don't know a lot about Psyche in astrology. I haven't studied her quite too much. There's a lot of celestial bodies to study, but that would be my inclination, is to say that there probably is some sort of like counterpart dynamic there because they name these things for a reason, you know? Anyway, but that's what I'm getting for you, Virgo. It's like it's time to go all in on something and you're hesitant. You're not sure if you're not sure if you're capable or if you should. And someone is trying to get you to I feel like this person's trying to get you to see that you can do this. But it's like you're really resistant to what they have to say. Let's look at the Knight of Swords. Let's see more about the way this person's communicating to you. I feel like there's just a weird miscommunication happening, really. I feel like that's all this is. Oh, that's way too many. I just want one card, please, for the Knight of Swords on Virgo. I got 2. Yeah, Virgo, 7 of Swords and the Queen of Wands. They just don't wanna see you fumble. They don't wanna see you stumble. I really feel like they're coming from a good place. Again, it's being communicated terribly. It's like I could just see it in the cards. It's like, "Oh, defensive, defensive, defensive." Like, oh, someone's feeling really strongly about what they feel. Someone's feeling really strongly about how they're receiving it. It's like kind of a lot. Um, hold on a second. Mm. Oh, you found me on LinkedIn? Yeah, I need to clean up my LinkedIn. I haven't updated it in quite a bit. Well, I did try to update it a little while ago, but it definitely needs some tweaking. Anyway, um, they just don't want to see you mess up. That's all. And 3 sevens, by the way. Sevens are huge here today. So I just think this is a weird communication fumble, and I think you guys can get around that. And I think you can figure out how to get around that. They just want to see you succeed. And I think this person can help you succeed. They believe in you. They do. Oh, and you know what? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's coming off like they don't believe in you. Maybe it feels like they're being critical. Excuse me. And maybe it comes off that way, but maybe just talk to them about that if that's how you're feeling. Okay? All right, Cappy. Capricorn, buddy. Okay, let me give him just like a smidgen attention. I'll be right back to do Cappy. Yes. Okay. Okay, we're back. If you're just coming in and being like, "Where was she?" Just had to feed Clyde, and I'm looking at the camera, and I'm looking a little laggy. Can you guys, like, hear and see me okay? Let's see. Ooh, making ramen, that sounds really good. I tried to hold my cat like you did. She ran from me. Oh, I'm sorry. No, we're about to do Capricorn. You can hear me okay? And see me okay? All good? Okay. Yeah? Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Let's go ahead and get into Capricorn then. Oh, my throat's getting tight, Cappy. Is there about to be some communication? Maybe. Most likely. All right. Capricorn. Any messages or insights for Capricorn? Actually, let me do that. YouTube shit. Okay. Sometimes I find like I don't know what you call it, the string, the tether, whatever, rubs against the mic a little bit and it makes a really weird noise. All right. Capricorn. Any messages or insights for Capricorn for this week for Capricorn's highest good? What can my Cappies expect for this week? Oh my God. For Capricorn. Capricorn, they're showing me a fox. Foxes are interesting. They're sly, they're smart, they're very clever, they're very observant, and they can flip on a dime if they need to. It's giving me Gemini vibes. I feel like this is actually saying to like be observant right now. To be aware right now, not in a paranoid way, not in a paranoid way, but it's actually Gemini was kind of in this like aware state, hyper aware state. I'm getting a similar message with you, but it's more of an encouragement of like, hey, keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, pay attention. Oh, Ace of Swords and the Two of Cups. Pay attention because you about to see something about someone. Oh, Cappy, look. Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Swords. You're about to see something about someone you know. Maybe even someone you are romantically involved with. Because I'm just saying that because you've had some romance reads lately. That's the only reason I'm saying that. Doesn't have to be romantic. But you are getting some clarity about someone that is in divine timing. Okay. So stay alert, stay aware, pay attention. Pay attention to your conversations. Pay attention to their body language, if that even applies. Pay attention to what you're feeling, what you're sensing, what's coming in intuitively about this person, even in dreams. Pay attention because you're about to see something that you're going to be happy you saw. But let's see where that's headed. This is what you said Friday? Oh yeah. I don't remember most of my reads that I channel. It's way too much to remember. Any other messages or insights for Capricorn? Capricorn, I'm getting excited for you. 6 of Wands. That's attention. This is getting attention from somebody or giving it. Ace of Swords is still at the bottom. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune's still there too. What's at the top? Making decisions. Okay. They're still saying just be observant and pay attention though. Stay aware. Look around. Maybe this is someone you haven't met yet. Some of you, this could be a new person. I feel like most of you know this person though. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so Cappy, whoever this is to you, that Knight of Pentacles tells me that this is probably someone that you have some familiarity with. Could it be someone new? Sure. But the Knight of Pentacles moves pretty slow. They're kind of get the rap for being the slowest knight in the deck, and they are. It's Virgo energy, but they're slow for a reason because they're intentional. They're intentional, they're trustworthy, they're loyal, and they ain't just going to show up just for anybody. They give attention to people that are worth loyalty, that are worth their loyalty, that are worth their investment because they mean business. And it's just this feeling of like something's becoming very clear about whoever this is to you. And I want to say because they may be presenting something to you, but the way Spirit is like saying it, it's like there's something nuanced here. There's something nuanced here, almost like pay attention to their actions. Pay attention to how they show up. That's everything you need to know. How they're showing up is everything you need to know. This could be someone where it's like maybe you've had some intuitive hits about them, some like something, but like you haven't been quite sure. It's about their actions. Their actions say everything. But I want to say with the knight being here versus like a page, this is someone who's also, I want to say, invested in you. Like they're giving you their loyalty. And it's like, it's weird. Like maybe they don't outright say that, but their actions do. But why wouldn't you just say that? I don't know. I like the full disclosure, but that's me. Can I get 2 more cards, please, for Capricorn? Yeah, just pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Let's see here. Oh, and you are paying attention as the King of Swords. Yeah, very discerning. King of Swords with the 9 of Pentacles. It's weird. You're almost judging them. Like, 3 of Cups at the bottom, though. Celebration, good times. Wow, with 7 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. So you're totally judging them. Bad way or no, you are. So someone's giving you attention. I want to say they are offering up their loyalty, whatever that means to you. Could literally be in money, could be in business, could be in a friendship, could be romantic. You've had some romantic reads. That's how I'm reading it. And in response to this approach, in response to how they are behaving, you're judging them up and down as the King of Swords. You're surveying them, you're reading them, you're like, what are their toes doing? What's their hand doing? What's really going on here? And you're doing it as the King of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles, which tells me you feel very confident dealing with this person. You feel very confident reading this person. I also get the feeling that, like, I don't want to say this because you're a king and they're a knight. So it's like there could be an age difference. There is some sort of gap, and I can sense that. Tell me about this gap between the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Maybe there's a socioeconomic gap if this is about money or work. What's this gap between the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Swords? Yeah, it's like you're being very protective of yourself, which I don't blame you. Nothing wrong with that. But you're very secure. You're very secure. Also, with the King of Swords and 9 of Pentacles, it's also telling me that you are probably someone who is more in the single realm, or if this is like work or finance related, you're probably like pretty secure financially or even self-employed. What's going on between the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Swords? What's the gap here? Interesting. Ace of Cups. We know what that means. Yeah, I think this is a love reading. But what's the gap? I can feel it. Something's not even. Maybe this is also why you're being discerning. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Sorry. It's just energy. This might be why you're trying to be so discerning, because something does feel imbalanced here. And I can't put my finger on it. What's this imbalance that I'm feeling? Can you just tell me about this imbalance I'm sensing here for Cappy? Queen of Cups. You may sense there's an emotional maturity gap. Oh, that's kind of a big deal to me. Just saying. In relationships, I don't know. That's a gap. That's a gap. On the top, we have the 8 of Cups and the Emperor, which that does say maturity to me. Yeah, I think you're looking at this person and you're wondering if they're mature enough. You're wondering if they're, like, I hate to say it, but up to par. You are judging them. You are. I feel like you're looking at them like, are you an emperor? Are you an empress? Like, are you or aren't you? Like, are you at this caliber or not? I think that's what you're trying to judge. I think that's what you're trying to discern. You're trying to discern where they're at with their emotional maturity. Because again, they're showing up as a knight and you're acting as a king. Like, that's different, right? But this is a very sincere offer. I will say that. It's sincere, but is it right for you? You're literally the judge of that. Judgy wudgy. You're literally the judge of that. So good luck with that, Capricorn. All right. Oh, it is starting to get dark in here. I'm like looking at myself in the camera and I'm like, oh, shoot. I've never done a reading like this live at this time of day. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see me well with like the normal lighting of the room. Well, let me turn it on. I'm going to need light anyway. Or You know what? Let me get my light. I'll get my light out and I'll be right back. It'll just take like a minute. Yes. The neighbors. Okay. That's pretty good. And then ooh. Yeah, that's better. I thought I had the remote over here. Yes, I do. Okay. You'd see me in any degree of darkness. Well, that's good to know. Well, you probably would not be able to see me if it got pitch black, but let's take that down a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Sorry for all the weird interruptions today. All right, fire or water? I'm going to say fire for last. I just have a feeling about fire. So let's do water next. But yes, that's exceptionally better. Yeah, it's way better. Way better. All right, water signs. Oh, the timestamp, water signs. 1:55:55. Let's do it. Water signs. Oh, it's my go to bed alarm. I never heed it. Okay, water signs. What's going on for my water signs for this week? Oh, that's way too many. Way too many. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Rainbows may be a thing. Ooh. Fault line. Okay. All right, water signs. So something's getting shaken up here for you. Could be a tower. Could be a stripping of something. Could be a reveal of something. I am getting this. Oh, okay. Some of you, it is a reveal. I almost feel like confession, actually. For some of you, there's a confession and it just changes everything. Some of you, it's a tower. Some of you, it's just an unexpected turn of events. Some of you, it's a light bulb moment. It's a realization. But however it's coming up in your life, I feel like it's leaving you with this feeling of like things will never be the same. Not to be all dramatic, but that's how it's coming through. Like, oh, there's no coming back from this, is kind of how it's feeling. There's only forward now. Doesn't have to be bad. But I am getting rainbows. So that tells me it's probably positive. Water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Oh, the Pilgrim. So water signs, whatever this is, it does seem like it's kind of setting off a chain of events for you that is propelling you forward in a new way or a new direction, or it's just like, oh, there's no going back. Things are now forever changed, and we just have to like navigate this moving forward with Pilgrim being there. Can I get a third card for my water signs? Hold on. I knew I shouldn't have worn this shirt. It's laundry day. A third card for water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that. 'Tis life. Venom. What's being revealed to you is venom. What's being revealed to you is something toxic, something unhealthy. I think this is the effect of Saturn with Neptune and Aries on you. It's stripping away or it's breaking away some sort of illusion that was shielding you from seeing something or like being, well, okay, how do I want to say this? Whatever's breaking is the illusion. and the illusion was covering venom. The illusion was shielding your eyes, your awareness from the venom. But now you see it. Now it's out, and it's like, oh, well, toothpaste is out of the tube, I guess. You know, it's definitely those kinds of vibes. Whether it's someone else's venom, someone else's shadow, someone else's toxic shit, or even your own toxic behavior, or like maybe how unhealthy something actually is for you, and now you can't unsee it. You've seen it, it's there, you can't unsee it, and now things are just changed. Things are now just different, and there is no putting that back in the tube. Interesting. Okay. Cancer. Why am I nervous for you, Cancer? Where are we going, Cancer? Oh, you're getting unicorns today. Okay. It's interesting too because like confession was the first word, and venom to me can be like tend to be more about like expression like of toxic things versus like just toxicity in and of itself, but it's just toxicity in and of itself. But it's interesting that confession wanted to come through. Any messages or insights for Cancer? What's going on for my Cancers for this week? And the positive thing too about this kind of stuff getting revealed is that moving forward, things are going to be even healthier, right? Things are actually going to be better because now you're like, oh, that's been there. Oh, well, now I know. Now it ain't going to be there no more, right? Cancer. Any messages or insights for Cancer? Okay. 7 of Cups. This is interesting. I mean, it's a card of illusion, right? And we know that the illusion is getting stripped away. Cancer, I'll be honest, I'm actually getting the word fantasy. You might have had a little fantasy about something or a situation about something, and fantasy is not always bad. Fantasy can be fun, right? That's how we imagine. It's also just imagination. But that like I was giving this example in the overview of Saturn and Neptune, that it's kind of like having the 7 of Cups and Saturn comes in and like knocks over most of those cups and goes, "Nope. Let me disillusion you right now." So you can see what's actually viable here and what's really happening here. It's funny, we talked about Cancer in the live earlier today, and I forget, I think it was Zoe. I think it was Disco Zoe. She had said that she recognizes that she's met a lot of Cancers that um take their intuitive hits or what they are perceiving, and they make it fit their narrative. And this is kind of what it's reminding me of, to be honest with you, because I feel like you've been entertaining some imagination, some fantasy, which again, not bad in and of itself, but Saturn's going to come in and knock some of those cups over. Okay. And you may even realize that maybe the way you fantasize or the way you've been imagining or entertaining something, dare I say, has actually been really toxic. How the room goes dark when she holds up the card is wild. Oh, yeah, it's totally just a camera thing with the light. It's just, I was just doing what I was doing. I'm not a tech person. I don't know. I threw the light on here. I didn't think about it. What else is going on for Cancer? What else is going on here for Cancer? Eight of Pentacles. So Cancer, some of this may be about your work situation or your work environment. Okay. Some of you could be about your practice of work, how you invest your time, your money, and your energy into things, how you cultivate things. But that's what I'm getting here. But I also feel like when these cups get stripped away, I feel like you may have a moment of like, oh, and kind of like, holy shit. But I feel like you're not going to stay there very long before you're like, well, I see it. So now I know what to work with. Now I know what I can do with this, with what's left, you know? It's like I think you move into a very practical state very quickly. There's something else here though. Some of you have been entertaining, I want to say a fantasy. I know it's a very strong word, but some of you have been entertaining it quite a bit. Like, and to the point where it's actually been taking away from some other things, excuse me, in your life. Because Eight of Pentacles is a lot of investment. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of energy. Page of Swords. Oh, there's something under it. Page of Swords and the Fool. Again, new perspective. You're going to see this and you're going to jump right into the Fool. That's kind of what I was getting. It's like when you see it for what it is, you're just going to be like, oh, well, now that I see the reality of that, let me just mosey on by then. Let me just mosey on forward and just be done. Some of you with the Fool, it may actually come with quite a bit of a clean slate for you, but it is also a sense of liberation and freedom, which is really nice. Again, I feel like you're just being very like accepting of it, to be honest, because it is liberating. What's coming after the Fool? Yeah, look at that. Wheel of Fortune. Divine timing is on your side here. Yeah, it's time you saw this for what it is. I'm gonna get some clarity here. Tell me more about the Seven of Cups. Tell me more about the Seven of Cups, please, for Cancer. No, that's too many. Tell me more about the Seven of Cups for Cancer. Again, some of you, this could be work related. Actually, a lot of you could be work related. Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Desire and Passion, in my opinion. Also, the Queen of Magic and the Queen of Magician-like abilities. And for her to be in an imaginative, dreamy state is not totally a bad thing. Like I said, it's not bad to like fantasize, but some of you have been entertaining some cups here that that just are a waste of your time, to be totally frank with you, and toxic. And some of you have been entertaining these things from an unhealthy place, and I'm just being honest with you guys about that. But it's fantasy. It's fantasy and desire that's driving that. Okay. Can I get one more? Actually, tell me about the Page of Swords. Page of Swords. Tell me about the Page of Swords here for Cancer. Let's see. Ooh. We have the Hanged Man. This is interesting. You're seeing how stuck it made you, or has made you, is almost how I want to say that. Wow. Yeah, you're seeing how stuck this has made you. You may even see how it's been like limiting your growth. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles. It's like someone just came in and turned the lights on. It's like, it's kind of amazing, actually. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this has been stunting you. Again, I'm getting heavy on the work vibes. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Judgment and the Six of Wands. Yeah, it's like Spirit is coming in and giving you a massive light bulb moment, a massive wake up call. And like Spirit's coming in and like disillusioning you to this, to the way, to what you've been entertaining here. And Spirit's like, you can't do that anymore. It's like, that's kind of how it's feeling. Spirit's like, yeah, we need you to stop that, Cancer. For your own good, you need to stop that. It's kind of, yeah, look, Seven of Swords at the bottom. Interesting, with the Page of Wands. It's like, yeah, it's doing a disservice to your creative energy. It's also doing a disservice to like what you could be using the energy for your own enjoyment, for your own just like, you know, thrills of life even. But it's like you're betraying your Page of Wands energy is what this feels like. Could it be betraying your inner child? Some of you, if you're a parent, whatever it is you've been entertaining has actually been not great for your child. Whatever you've been entertaining, okay? That's for some of you. Some of y'all need to hear that. Sorry, I know it's a little hard to hear. No parent is perfect, but I am seeing that with the Queen of Wands and the Page of Wands, okay? But it's time. It's time to stop that. Whatever you've been entertaining, whatever you've been having a little too much fantasy about, or illusion about, not seeing how unhealthy something actually is, it's time. I just heard a really weird noise. Hold on, let me check my computer. That sounded like I don't know, like a weird Facebook noise. I don't even have Facebook. like, yeah, I don't know where that came from. That was weird. Anyway, Scorpio. Scorpio. Let's do glow in the dark tarot for you. What's going on for my Scorpios for this week? Any messages and insights or support for Scorpio this week? Some of you guys are dreaming about vacations. I literally just saw you in a boat. Like, I need to go somewhere. I need to be anywhere but here right now. It's kind of the vibes I just got for you, Scorpio. You may just be feeling the need to get out there and have some fun. But I was getting this like yearning to travel. You may even like go and like visit a friend or a family member. So I just need to be anywhere but here right now. Scorpio. Any messages or insights for Scorpio? Maybe you should change the lighting again for Scorpios. No, it's okay. I like the lighting as it is. It's almost too bright actually, but I can live with it. Actually, if it's too bright, I'm just gonna turn it down. I don't have to live with it. There. Oh, so much better on my eyes. Okay. Scorpio. Oh, yeah. 5 of Pentacles. Okay. You're definitely not content right now, Scorpio. And like I was really getting the vibe of like, I need to be anywhere but here. I need to be anywhere but here. I want to be somewhere else. I don't want to be experiencing what I'm experiencing. This does not feel good to me. Some of you guys, this could be financial. Some of you guys could just feel a little stir crazy. Like you just need some new energy around you. Some of you are also feeling kind of cut off from people. I'm getting different things for you, Scorpio. Any messages or insights for Scorpio here? I am getting the feeling of home. There's a card. I can't see it. Scorpio, some of you guys would really benefit from like family time. Bio or chosen, hometown or no. But like, that's kind of what I'm feeling here too. Like something just feels like it's lacking. And it's like, I want to say lacking in realness or lacking in like, that just that heart energy, that feeling of like, ooh, this feels right. This feels like a fit. This feels good. This feels like, you know what I'm saying? I think you guys know what I'm saying, but I'm feeling like authenticity and realness, something that just feels like you. You just need a little bit of a change here, Scorpio. 2 of Swords. Again, it's just giving me this repeating message. You don't like where you're at and you want to change. Period. Moon and Libra energy, Taurus energy also showing up here. So Venus is being emphasized here in your reading. That's enjoyment, that's relationships, that's pleasure. I keep getting home though, specifically. Like something about your domestic life could not be to your liking right now and you're like, I just need something different right now or just something better, a change, something. Something needs to not be the same anymore. Some of you could be homesick. Yeah, look at that. Look at the cups. I knew that's what was missing. That's what you're wanting. That's what you're craving. You're craving exchanging cups, exchanging some emotional energy. It's again, the feeling of home is being emphasized here. So some of you, this is about relationships. Oh, actually, no, I would say actually for all of you, it is about relationships because this is an exchange. You just want to have like a cozy, homey, like exchange with another person or other people, whether that's your actual chosen family, bio family, close friends, just people you care about, people who get you, people who are real and authentic, where you can have like this depth with. That's what you're wanting. That's what you're missing. So some of you guys could just be away from your people. Some of you may need to travel to your people. That's the same thing. That's just what I keep getting. It's looping on itself. It's looping on itself there. But that's a really beautiful exchange that you're wanting. Can I get another card for my Scorpios, please? If you had a falling out with anybody, this would be a good week to reapproach if that's something you want to do. Can I get a final card for Scorpio? Three of Wands. Yeah, I'm getting travel. This can be a card of physical distance as well, like, waiting for ships to come in. Also implies a distance there. I feel like you have distance with one person in particular, but I feel like some of you guys this could just be a general like homesickness. Even just like feeling that home with another person and that kind of comfort with another person. But yeah, the way it landed right in between the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups, like just like that. So some of you guys are wanting to close the gap with a specific person. That's pretty clear. I want a final card after the Page of Cups, please, for Scorpio. What's coming after the Page of Cups for Scorpio? What's coming after the Page of Cups for Scorpio? Comfort is what I just heard. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is absolutely the queen of comfort. She's Capricorn. She's like the multitasker, but she rules comfort in the material plane here. I just feel like that's about you experiencing that level of comfort. And this could also be reversed. Keep that in mind, Scorpio. That someone could be missing you. Someone could be wanting to exchange energy with you and bridging with you, closing the gap with you, seeing you as a source of comfort. But I want to look at this Five of Pentacles and Two of Swords a little closer. I feel like there's something else going on there. Tell me more about the Five of Pentacles. Well, wow, there is something. Tower. Tell me about the Tower. Tell me about the Tell me about the Tower for Scorpio. Oh. Oh, Scorpio. Ten of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. I'm going to keep it real with you, Scorpio. Whether this is you or someone you know, I'll be honest, this is kind of a serious tower. Especially because it's clarifying the Five of Pentacles. It's a tower with the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. There's an ending with this tower that's connected to the Nine of Pentacles experience, like an end to security, like an end to even independence in a way. And it has like been it's exacerbated the five. So Scorpio, even if you've been like missing home or like this feeling of homesickness or just wanting to have like real solid connection, it seems like there is some sort of event that's like highlighting that need even more. And for some of you, that need is like some sort of tower that is hitting your confidence. Some of you hitting your confidence, some of you hitting your finances, some of you hitting your material plane. And guys, I don't like to instill fear. I'm not about that. But like this also feels a little bit like I need to prepare some of you for something here. Okay. Something is kind of shaking you in your sense of foundation and your sense of security. Some of you that could be purely in your confidence and nothing else. Some of you could be with the work or finances. And it's highlighting even more so how much you really prioritize this home energy of home and like heart to heart connections and exchanges and comfort. Okay. I did not expect that. And there's the other thing too, Scorpio. I'm wondering if like, how do I want to say this? You almost might be downplaying it or like not being super open about it with people or a specific person. Can I get one more on that? Because the other thing is too, the 9 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles, there's a 4 of Pentacles energy there, which a 4 of Pentacles energy is a card of power. It's a card of savings. It's a card of like trying to hold on, and that is getting shaken with this tower. So again, it could be purely just like a tower that shakes your confidence and rattles you in that way. And it's like, oh, I need some comfort. I need some emotional comfort. Or something could be happening with work or finances. And keep in mind, because there's clearly a bridging of the gap happening with you and someone else here. How do I want to say this? That it could be them going through this and then they approach you. So just to keep that in mind. I want one more card here around the Tower and the 5 of Pentacles with the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. And so Scorpio, if someone approaches you and they're going through this, they may be downplaying this. Tower. Am I taking this? No. Can I get one more? Wow. Well, those are two very interesting cards to get. We have Strength and Star, Leo, and Aquarius. Honestly, what I'm getting is like this may test your faith a little bit. Because Strength is a card of willpower and bravery and courage, but also control and taming oneself, being balanced with oneself. Excuse me. The Star is a card of hope. It's a card of healing. It's a card of enlightenment. It's a card of wish fulfillment. It is a card of spirituality in its own way. Cosmos, really, forces of the cosmos. It's also my North Node card. It's also a card of fate to me sometimes. And I feel like this is like, yeah, I feel like this is a little bit of a test of faith and your tenacity here. I think you're going to be okay. I do think you're going to be okay. Remember, anything that gets like torn down around this time is in everyone's best interest. It is, because it's disillusioning people. And I feel like for you, Scorpio, I know this is kind of a long reading, just feels important to take time with you in this reading. It's really just highlighting the importance of this, of connection, of love, of family, of friends, of allies, and not the material. Okay? Wow. Look what fell. The 3 of Cups. I'm going to take that as a sign because that literally just fell out of the deck. Super random. I'm going to take that as a sign that everything is going to be okay. All right? Pisces. Let's move on to Pisces. I hear you, buddy. I hear you. The sinks today. 2, 2, 2, 2, 5 twos. 5 twos. Pisces, you're going to get rider weight today. Oh. Pisces. Any messages or insights for Pisces? What's going on for my fishies for this week? Pisces. I'm feeling something not exactly like Scorpio, but akin to Scorpio. I feel like you're also going through some sort of tower or some sort of realization. It's this feeling of like, oh, I'm glad that didn't work. Like actually like realizing or feeling, oh, I'm glad that didn't work out. There's something like that. You could even be looking back on an old tower and realizing it was in your best interest or it was in your highest good. It's just something I'm picking up on. Pisces. Yeah, I feel like you're finding something out this week. Yeah, the card of good news. And look, the tower. Yeah, so Pisces, you're finding something out this week. And I want to say there's something kind of relieving about it. Like, oh, like, I keep getting like, oh, I'm so glad that other thing didn't work out. I'm so glad this other situation did not work out. That's just what I'm getting. And the tower is also indicating the surprise factor here. It's good news. Okay. Let's see. We have Strength and the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Why is Strength here with the 10 of Pentacles? I can't shake it. It's like you've been protected. With Strength and the 10 of Pentacles, it's like, I wanna say your pentacles have been protected. This is so crazy. Maybe you and Scorpio got something going on here. Um, you're just I feel like you're in a good standing, and whatever this news is, we're gonna clarify what the Page of Wands is saying here. Um, Tower making everyone nervous. I know, towers don't have to be bad guys, they could be fun surprises. I'm gonna clarify whatever this Page of Wands is after we get a couple other cards, but hold on. Buddy? What? What? Sorry, coming back. I will clarify what the Page of Wands is after I get a couple other cards, but yeah, it just I feel like whatever is being said to you or whatever you're coming into awareness of, it's just this realization that you are in a good space. Yeah, that you're in a good space. Can I get a couple other cards, please? Interesting. So we have Page of Swords. Something feels weird about that page, and we have the 5 of Cups on the bottom. Why is the Page of Swords here? It just feels oddly placed. I don't think this is you. Why is the Page of Swords here for Pisces? What's behind this Page of Swords energy? I'll be honest, it feels like someone else. Why is the Page of Swords here? The Page of Swords wielding the Ace of Swords, wielding that sword, but holding on to some sort of information. I'll be honest, Pisces, with the 5 of, this feels like someone who feels like they missed out. I'm just being honest with you. This is how it's feeling to me, because I feel like you're over here with the Strength card, being like, "Ooh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm really good," and someone's like looking at this, and someone's like aware of this information, and they're just looking. They're just there. It's making me feel uncomfortable. Maybe they make you uncomfortable. Whatever this information is, it may be showing someone else's true colors here, Pisces. So just be aware of that. Tell me about the Page of Wands, because they have 5 of Cups attached to them. Tell me about the Page of Wands for Pisces. What is this good news about? Can we get more information about this good news with the Page of Wands for Pisces? 8 of Cups. Okay. With the 2 of Cups, there's also a 6 of Cups energy there. Okay. So we kind of knew someone was giving you this information, right? Some sort of holdup is done. Some sort of holdup is done. So they're being pretty vague about this, Pisces, but whoever this is that's giving you this like positive news that is making you feel like you are in good standing and like, oh, things worked out the way they did for a reason, right? Rejection is protection kind of a deal. When things fall apart, it really isn't your highest good. And yeah, it's just, I just keep getting like the information is just saying that there's no more delays. There's no more delays. Things are free to move as they should. Things are free to move as they need to. This could even be about somebody like being free and available for you, even in whatever context. Tell me about this Page of Swords. I'm like, I don't trust this Page of Swords. Tell me about this Page of Swords for Pisces. Yeah. 3 of Swords, and on the bottom we have the 5, and 5 of Cups came up for them before. Pisces, I feel like this is someone who's feeling some kind of way about whatever good news you're coming into. And again, whatever good news is coming in for you, it's the good news is that, hey, there's no more delays, there's no more holdups. Someone's now available for in whatever context that means for you. And someone's over here being like, like literally, someone's like, you gotta laugh. I want to know more about this Page of Wands, though. Can I get one more card on the Page of Wands for Pisces? And then we'll move on. Let's see. Oh, that's too many. Can I get just one card, please? Like 5 cards come out. Can I just get one more card for this Page of Wands for Pisces for this positive news? Yeah, I feel like this positive news is going to show you someone's true colors. And it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. Can I be like, oh, shit, that was hiding in there? Can I get a card for Page of Wands? 8 of Swords with the 4 of Swords. So, yeah, again, Pisces, whatever this has been, whatever good news this is about, it's almost like you never thought it was going to come. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting with the 8 of Swords here. You thought it was never going to happen for you. You thought like this person was never going to be available, or you thought that like you would never like get out of this feeling of being held up or delayed or restricted, that you were never going to get there. But I want to say I'm hearing holding the vision. I feel like you've been holding the vision of whatever this 10 of Pentacles also represents for you. Because it's like the 10 of Pentacles feels protected for you, which can be financial, could also be like, home life, household, career, a big project, a long-term investment. And it just has this feeling of like things were just not working out the way you expected. And you were trying to hold on, but you weren't sure. But it was like, what else can I do? This is just where I'm at. And you're getting the news that things are progressing forward and things are going to work out for you. And someone is feeling some kind of way about it. And you're going to see who that person is really about. You're going to see the venom. And there's no one seeing that. Okay. All right. Fire. Last but not least. I know this is going to be kind of a long one today. For a long day. I think that's kind of fitting. Keep reminding myself, take the trash out. Take the trash out. I have an alarm set and it went off a while ago and I didn't do it. On that note, let me just reset that for myself because I will forget and I cannot forget. Sorry, 3D things. What time is it? Okay, let's do. Yeah, I should definitely be done by that time. Okay. I kind of love this night reads. The vibe at night is different. I have noticed that when I'm doing readings at night versus during the day, it's very different. But that's just the energy of night, right? Well, let me adjust the timestamp here for my fire signs. Okay. Yeah, that should be good. All right. You ready, fire signs? Where are you? Okay. And more people in the chat too. That's true. That is true. I know when I be doing them at noon, like not a lot of people can come and hang out because it's like, I know that's just like when most people are working, but it's just been like the best time for me to do it. But who knows? Maybe this will be a nice little adjustment moving forward. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Dark doesn't come until very late here. So, all right. Fire signs. And Clyde is all confused. I know, buddy. I'm almost done. I'm sorry. He's like, this is our chill time. This is our cuddle time. And you're still working. Like by this time, we are in bed together and just cuddling and doing whatever we're doing. All right. Fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. What's going on for my fire signs for this week? Interesting. They're giving me glaciers, like glacial landscape images, like literally little ice floats. Fire signs. That's what they're showing me. We'll see why. I feel like that's going to come full circle. Are you in survival mode? Are you trying to find an ice float that's not going to melt on you? Is that what this is about? Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. Oh, maybe. We've got the prayer. Prayer is prayer. It's talking to spirit. It's a wish. It's sending a wish out there. Sending out hope. I think that's why they were showing me that. I feel like you're trying to find, metaphorically speaking, it's like you're hoping an ice float will show up that can hold you long enough or get you to where you wouldn't want to go, get you to a certain experience. Hold on. Buddy. Buddy. I know. I'm almost done. You got to give me some time though. You want to go back to your pillow? Yeah. Or do you want something to play with? Hold on. Maybe he wants a toy. You want this? Yeah? Yeah, he wants a toy. I gave him a pen. Okay. Fire signs. Already lost it. Cats are so funny, man. Fire. I need a Clyde in my life. He's the best. If I could clone him, I would. I would just clone him every single time I needed another Clyde and just would always have Clyde because he is the best. Fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. Oh, fire signs. You've been here for a bit, huh? We have the prayer and stone. So stone also came up in the earth reading. Stone is this card of like very, very, very slow change. Or okay. No, we ain't doing that. Here. Come here. It's right there. It's right there. If you heard, I literally like a second. He had that pen for 1 second. Sorry. Coming back. We have a lot of Clyde cat shenanigans over here if you're new. So stone is a card of very, very slow change or even permanence. It's like you've been in a situation for a long time and I feel like you have been hoping that there would be an easy way to deal with it or an easy transition or even exit strategy. I feel like this is the week for that to take place. Okay. He said, F that pen. Welcome to bed. He is so restless on his pillow right now. It's not even funny. Yeah. Oh, fire signs. We have the mountain. Almost, I thought it said mountains for a second. Mountain to me is usually a universal symbol for challenge or ascension, like, climbing up, right? But normally to me, it says like challenge or block, and then we have shadow on the bottom here. So fire signs, they're being pretty vague about what this is, but this is a general reading, right? So take it as you will. But you've been in a tough position for a very long time, and you have been wanting to find your way out of it, and you're at the point where it's like you still are maintaining hope, but I don't know how much hope, okay? But you want out, and you want out now. Okay, let's go ahead and pull for the signs. What pens do I have left on my table? I'll go with that one. I see you. I see you. I see you. I know. Okay. Aries. Oh no, we're not doing that. I'm gonna knock my phone down. All right. I already got enough cracks as it is. Aries. Sorry, I'm gonna focus. He's getting very distracting. Aries. Where are we going for Aries? We're going with Glow in the Dark Tarot for Aries. Aries. Any messages or insights for Aries for this week? What's going on for Aries? I definitely feel like you're frustrated, Aries. Some of you could actually really benefit from just like having an outlet for your frustration and your anger. Okay. I'm getting that pretty strongly, whether that's like working out, singing, dancing, whatever. I feel like you need to like work out some of this pent up frustration here. Okay. Aries. What's going on for Aries? It's going to sound really strange. I was trying not to say it, but they keep bringing me the visuals. Look this up in your own time. It's very bizarre. Llamas and camels. Take that for what you will. Aries. Feels like animal medicine trying to come up for you. Aries. Okay. Yeah, okay. Not giving up, which is good. I mean, you're Aries. You never give up. I don't think I've ever met an Aries that's a quitter. Uh, well, sorry. So much just came up there that's not necessary. 3 of Wands, 7 of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. You want what you want, and you're done being patient. I think you've been patient, and you're done being patient. That 7 of Wands is telling me you're not giving up. You're not giving up. You're not giving up. You want that pentacle. You want that pentacle. And again, it's like I feel like you have been trying to manifest or trying to like uh, it's like manifest, create, initiate, trying to bring in, trying to make something happen as far as like an exit strategy or a new beginning. That is what you have been wanting. You are not relenting. You're not going to relent. You're not. And I don't think you should. And I don't think you should either. But I feel like you've been at that 3 of Wands for a long time. I hear you. Aries. What else is going on here for Aries? Interesting. Knight of Pentacles is out here. Virgo energy. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? I feel like that's also you. Oh, geez. Oh, you've been so okay. I'm glad these cards came out. When I saw the camels and the llamas, or camel llama, it was kind of a disturbing visual, which is why I didn't want to share the whole thing, which is why I just said camel and llama. Um, yeah, my team's like, just say it. It's gonna sound weird and disturbing, but I saw like a camel and a llama both like screaming, like freaking out, like very primordial kind of a way. And I was like, oh, don't love that image, don't love that visual. So that's why I just said camel and llama. But then this came out with the Knight of Pentacles. And I do feel like you are wanting to be this Knight of Pentacles, but with that, we have the 5 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords, and the High Priestess. High Priestess being a card of silence. Also a card of like silent retreat into the self, but I feel like there's a very silent screaming going on here, Aries. I think this is also why I felt the need to say, you need to release that energy, okay? You need to release that. You need to get that out, whether it's through working out, singing, whatever, because you're silently screaming inside, okay? Whether you really want to believe that or not. I feel like you're kind of in denial a little bit about how much you are actually struggling in this energy for some of you. And obviously, it's not for everybody. This is a general reading. Whoever's in this space needs this kind of confirmation. Okay. Oh. Because I'm getting something else too. Like, and I'm just trying to like really pinpoint it here. Because I feel like you want to be the Knight of Pentacles, and I'm like, well, why aren't you? That's what I'm like, well, that's like what I'm trying to ask Spirit right now. Like, I feel like you want to be the Knight of Pentacles that can just like, oh, there's my pentacle. Let me go. Let me do. Let me do. Let me go. Let me do. Let me just be on my mosey way, my little way. But I'm like, but why aren't you? Why aren't you? Some of you, this Knight of Pentacles, I hate to say, is someone you're waiting on. Yeah. Some of you are waiting for someone to like step the fuck up. I almost want to say like to even like follow through on their word, because Knight of Pentacles is a card of integrity. And if that's the case, you're not relenting on your expectations, but they're also not meeting your expectations. And you're kind of silently screaming about it. So that just doesn't seem sustainable. Just, just being honest, Aries, doesn't seem sustainable if that's what's happening for you. It doesn't matter the context of the relationship. You know the context of the relationship. If that's your situation and you're an Aries, I don't know how you're dealing, because like I don't have any Aries in my chart, but I know Aries energy. And you ain't patient. Let's be real. I love you. It's one of your pros, actually, because you got no F's to give, right? When it's like when shit's like when you need something to happen, you need something to happen. You need to happen now, right? I consider that a pro about Aries. Um, and yeah, some of you have been waiting on someone to step up and they haven't been, and you're just like silently screaming about it. Again, something about camels and llamas as like animal medicine there. But if you're wanting to be this Knight of Pentacles, it's like you keep waiting for some sort of like moment, or you keep waiting for your moment, for something to like to shift, for something to happen, and you're like you are just going mad. You're going mad by waiting for something to happen. Literally, you're making yourself crazy. Can I get one final card for Aries? Can I get one final card for Aries, please? Saw the little tail. Can I get a final card for Aries? And we'll move on to Leo, okay? Final card for Aries. I love that this has been coming out for so many people. The Star. What's meant for you is what's meant for you, Aries. And I know you know that. I know you know that. So I'll be honest too with what I'm getting. If you've been waiting and waiting for something to progress, to shift, for your moment, I think you gotta make that moment happen yourself. I think the waiting is done. I think you need to be a little proactive here. And if you've been waiting for someone to like step the F up and they're not, I think you already know. You know, it's like if they're not, they're not. If they're not going to, they're not going to. Point blank, period. And for some of y'all, maybe this has been months. Maybe this has been, God forbid, years. But like, maybe this has been months. Maybe this has been weeks. I don't think Aries would have patience for years. I don't think so. So I think you need to take matters in your own hands. That's kind of what I'm sensing. That's what I'm feeling. You do you. You know your life best. You are the master of your own life. I'm just a lady who pulls cards with pictures. You know? All right, let's move on to Leo. He's like, done? No. You guys should see how he is when I stop the recording. He always knows. The second I literally get out of the live, he's like, "Mer, mer, mer, mer." He like gets all excited. All right, Leo. Buddy, I'm not done yet. I'm not. I'm close though. I'm close. Leo. Where are we going for Leo? Leo, you're getting unicorns. A like for the lady with cards of pictures. Yes, please. Thank you. All right, Leo. Any messages or insights for Leo for this week? Man, fire signs. Oh. The images with you guys tonight are like just not super enjoyable. They were showing me rats. Leo, they're showing me rats. Hopefully you don't have some, rats in your circle. That to me that to me feels like annoying energy, degrading energy, just like pesty energy. Leo, what's going on for my Leos here? Any messages or insights for Leo for this week? Actually, hold on. Now that he's like off of here, I need to just pull the curtain. Hold on a second. Oh, I didn't think about that. Sorry. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay. Oh. Okay. I just didn't want this like super giant light to be like blaring in my neighbor's place. Okay, Leo. Okay, you have 3 of Wands as well. Is this just the card for the fire signs? So this is Aries energy. I keep feeling an annoying energy around you, Leo, whether it's annoying people or something's just nagging at you. But here you are at the 3 of Wands, okay? Devil at the bottom. You can see that. So there is something something's poking you. Something's poking you and you can't shake it. You can't shake it. I kind of feel like it may even be your intuition telling you something's not right. But let's see. Any other messages or insights for Leo? Wow, we got all the cards out already. Devil still at the bottom. We have 9 of Swords. There's that pesty energy, also with the Devil. Empress, you as the Empress, you're the only one to get the Empress card today so far. And we're towards the end. Lovers and the 2 of Pentacles. So fire signs, it's interesting. So it's like, I don't want to say, the whole ice flow imagery I was getting for fire signs, I'm kind of seeing this here too about waiting. You waiting. You're waiting and you're getting worried, okay? With the 3 of Wands, the 9 of Swords, and Empress, like you are not budging. Empress does not leave her throne, doesn't leave her comfy pillow, right? But you're really worried something is not going to happen, something's not going to take place. And again, I feel like there's like a pesty energy that's like nagging at you. And then we have Lovers with the 2 of Pentacles. So in your state of waiting and just like, I want to say you're trying to let something happen naturally as the Empress. That's what the Empress does, right? Empress allows natural flow for things. And you're like, I feel like I'm just supposed to kind of be here right now. 9 of Swords is like, something doesn't feel right about that. I want to say it's your intuition. Something does not feel right about just hoping and waiting. Because as the Empress, you're like, huh, maybe I need to start thinking about something else. Maybe I need to actually do something here with Lovers and 2 of Pentacles. Both of these cards speak of making decisions. Both of them. 2 of Pentacles is more like in the everyday sort of way, right? Lovers is like life decisions, like big life decisions, but in alignment with your soul. So Leo, let's get clarification on what you're waiting around for. But honestly, okay. I pulled the Devil card to just kind of emphasize, like, hi. Hi. I know you're so eager. I understand. I got this sign and one more. Okay. With the Devil, I wanted to emphasize this like naggy, pesty energy you're feeling. And then underneath it, we have the Emperor. Emperor and Empress. Underneath the Emperor, we have the 8 of Wands. Leo, hold on. Let me pull all 3 of these out so you can really see. Ace of Cups underneath. Sorry, I know you can't see. Ace of Cups under the 8 of Wands. This is the energy on the bottom of the deck for you. And remember, you're sitting here as the Empress. And you're like, maybe I should do something. Maybe I should do something. I've been just, in my Empress energy. And it's like, you know what? I can't shake the feeling something's not right about that. Something doesn't feel right about that move right now to do that. Like maybe I need to actually get going on something. This is screaming to me that like the Emperor side of you, your masculine energy is like, yeah. Yes. Yes. Let's get proactive. Let's get proactive here. Let's get moving. Let's get going. Why aren't we? It's like that's honestly how I'm feeling with this. Now, if this is about a relationship, because for some of y'all, Emperor and Empress, it absolutely could be. Please don't wait around for anybody. Please don't do that. Please. Please don't do that. But if you are waiting around for somebody, they're not budging with the Devil. Even if they want to, with the 8 of Wands being there and the Ace of Cups being there and the Page of Pentacles being there. If you're waiting around for somebody, do they want to make a move? Yeah, but they're not. So what's the point? Men are not for me. It doesn't have to be a man. It's masculine energy. Doesn't apply to gender. So that's how it's funny. This is like very similar to Aries, very similar. But you're not as like, I want to say you're not as um angry about it. You're not as frustrated. You're just kind of like, oh, time's kind of gone by. Time's kind of gone by, and there hasn't really been a shift. There hasn't really been a change. Something needs to change. Something needs to happen because it hasn't yet. So whether this is about your own ability to be proactive or you're waiting on someone else to take action, either way, the answer is take action. The answer is don't keep waiting and hoping something isn't changed. You know what I mean? It's like, you understand what I'm saying? I think you guys understand what I'm saying. Let's look at this Three of Wands. Clyde, so patient, understanding for a cat. Tell me about the Three of Wands for Leo. Tell me about the Three of Wands for Leo. This is so interesting. This is the advice for fire signs because it's like, this is what fire signs do, you know? Tell me about the Three of Wands for Leo. Hi. Tell me about the Three of Wands for Leo. I know. I love you. Nine of Cups. You're waiting for your wish fulfillment. That's what you're expecting. You're expecting what you want to come to you. You're expecting what you want to manifest. Which, yeah, sometimes that is part of it, but also part of it is being proactive. And Leo, that's just what I keep coming back to here is like, part of manifestation is putting some action into it. And again, if you're waiting for someone to show up, don't. Please don't. Go and live your life and go and meet people and just don't wait on anybody. Like there is such a thing as active waiting, right? There's such a thing as active waiting. Like if you're trying to manifest like your perfect person, for example, do that. But like don't like halt or stop your dating life, so to speak. Like understand what you're looking for. That's also part of it, right? If you're manifesting your perfect person. Like understand what you're looking for, and the second you see that someone is like not it, be done and move on, right? Like don't just sit here, okay? Tell me about this Nine of Swords. And then we'll move on to Sag. Oh, now you're settled? He fell asleep. Can you believe he can be that calm after all that activity? Tell me about the Nine of Swords. Yeah, it's like you're just like, why hasn't this shifted? Why hasn't this moved? Like, why? It's like because you need to take some action on your own. So again, if you're waiting on somebody, just move on. I'm not saying like completely forget them, but like decide to not wait. Okay. Um, and if this is just about like your own life and it's like you've been waiting for some sort of manifestation to pop up into your life, you might have to take some actual steps towards it to have it meet you halfway. Right? That is how we co-create with spirit, right? All right, let's move on to Sag, last but not least. Okay. Saggy. Okay. I don't remember which deck I used for Aries. Do you guys remember if I used Glow in the Dark or Rider Waite? Let me know. I don't remember. I think I used Rider Waite for Aries. I think. I want to use the other one for Saggy. Y'all remember? Just waiting for some responses. It was black and white. Okay, thank you. All right, so we're going to use Rider Waite for Sag. Okay. Sagittarius. Actually, let me get a little sip of water. My throat got tight with you. Sagittarius. Any messages or insights for Sagittarius? What's going on for Sag? Any messages or insights for Sagittarius? Some of y'all are playing with sacred geometry. It's just coming up here. Sagittarius. Any messages or insights for Sag? Queen of Cups, Cancer energy. Okay, Sag. So you're introspective right now. You kind of in your feels, not in a bad way. I feel like you're just being reflective right now. You're in your heart right now. What else is going on for Sag? Oh, yeah, you really in it. We have Hermit. So Sag, it looks like you're taking some time out for yourself to kind of just be in your heart, be in your own feelings, be in your own emotions. But I feel like you are doing it to gain some insight. But I want to say insight into yourself. The Hermit follows the star, right? So the Hermit seeks truth, seeks enlightenment, even seeks healing. The Queen of Cups actually seeks the same thing. So there you are in your bubble, in your energy, doing some soul searching. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. So much about relationships. But I guess when you have Venus working with Mars, right, that's going to happen. Interesting. We have the King of Wands coming in on the other side. So, Sag, this could also be your energy. I kind of feel like it's not. Kind of feel like it's someone waiting for you to be done, taking some space, or waiting for you to be done soul searching. Because King of Wands is all about action. That's Leo energy. That is someone who's like ready to go, ready to do some shit, ready to like be in the mix. And even like the way the cards are facing it, yeah, it's feeling like you're doing some soul searching and someone's just waiting for you. What's with the waiting, fire signs? What's with the waiting? Keep in mind that could be reversed. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. Actually, okay, that's kind of sweet, actually. So, if this is about someone else in your life and they're just like waiting for you to be done with soul searching, I feel like they have a little gift for you for when you're done. That's what it's giving me with the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Like, Ace of Pentacles can literally be the card of a gift, whether it's something like a sum of money or an actual present or an opportunity of some kind. But yeah, it's almost like when they're done, I've got something for them. That's like kind of sweet. This could be a partner, it doesn't have to be, but they're definitely thinking about you. Now, if there isn't anybody, and this is all your energy, because I can see that here too for another group of Saggies, I feel like you're doing some soul searching for your next steps. Some of you could have gone through some sort of ending recently. Some of you could have just been going through a bit of a hard time. But the soul searching is pretty deep. The soul searching is pretty intense. And if this is all about your own energy, it's like you're doing some soul searching to just get yourself ready and prepared for what comes next. Okay. Can I get a fifth card for Sagittarius? Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Okay. Look at what just came out. 10 of Wands, Death, and the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're doing some major soul searching here, Sag. Some of you, this is about the entirety of your life. Some of you could be going through your Saturn return, by the way. Some of you, this could just be in a work situation. It's this feeling of like life just isn't lifing. Like there's no life in life is how this is kind of feeling. Some of you, it's just financial struggles. Okay. Some of you, you're just going through a tough time. But it is this feeling of like life is not giving me enough anymore. Like maybe some of you guys feel like you're just getting by. Some of you are just surviving. Some of you guys are just floating, like you're not living in the way that you feel like your soul wants to live. This is what's prompted the soul searching. I get a couple other cards on this Queen of Cups and the Hermit? Yeah, it's this feeling of like this is not enough and I need to figure out what will be. Yeah. Seven of Cups, trying to sort out the possibilities here. Again, more soul searching. I knew that was the Seven of Swords. Sevens are just really popular today. With the Seven of Swords, you're just trying to figure it out. It's, there's really not much else to say about it. When you're soul searching, you're soul searching. That's what soul searching is, right? You're trying to figure out like what the truth really is about what's going on with you, what you're feeling, what's in your best interest, what you need. This is deep, deep, deep soul searching. I wouldn't be surprised if you even like kind of intentionally isolated yourself to get into this space or will to get into this space. And then we still have this King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles over here. Now, again, some of you are soul searching to get yourself into this position, to be clear, to be confident, to have the energy reserves and the drive and the motivation to take some new steps in your life. Okay. And it does feel major for some of you. It's actually reminding me of the Scorpio reading a little bit, just like the intensity of it. But some of you, if this is a person in your life, they're kind of waiting for you to be done with your soul searching. And again, I keep getting they've got some sort of gift for you or maybe even a bit of a proposal for you. Tell me about this King of Wands energy. Yeah, Three of Cups and the King of Pentacles. That's really cute, actually. So again, if this is like someone in your life, some of you could even be a friend. It doesn't have to be romantic. It's like they want to celebrate. They want to celebrate you coming out of this hard time, coming out of the soul searching. They just want to spend some time with you. And I think that's really nice. That's really sweet. But again, if this is just about getting into that king energy, that king position, you're doing soul searching with the intention of being very clear, very ready on whatever the next step is and ready to just be happy. It's very Sag, I would say, actually. It's very Sag. It's also very mature. It's very like, this is how I'm going to do it. This is why I'm doing this. And we're just going to make it happen. Even though there's a whole soulful connection and aspect to this. But that's what I got for you, Sag. All right, guys. We are complete through all of the caterference. Having to get the light out, having to close some curtains every once in a while, all the little things. Oh my God, 1010. Yes, 1010. Yeah, I just saw that. Wow. Of course, more synchronicity. So again, if you're catching this like just now in the live, it's going to take me a little bit to get the timestamps up. All right. And then also YouTube has to process it for it to show up in the chapters, but they're always in the description box, always. At the very latest, 5 minutes after the live ends. Okay. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. It's been quite a Monday, I would say. Quite a Monday. Very curious what by the end of the week is going to feel like, what Aloha Friday is going to feel like, what we have to talk about by Aloha Friday, just given all the stuff we talked about with the astrology and what's going on with like Venus Mars, what's going on with this Aries stellium when Saturn joins the party in just like a matter of days. Like, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. But I'm going to go. I need to eat some food. And I need to start winding down and get this cat into bed. And I will see you guys later. Okay. Have a great night and a great week. Take care. Love you guys.